Good, everybody. It's your boy Bugatti NYC. Like I always tell you, could have went anywhere. Fact of the matter that you came here, I appreciate you. Most of the time when I got on the suit, especially the, what do you call it, the tuxedo, it's for a reason. Just found out today from YouTube, it's my overall 15th year of having Bugatti View, meaning the presence of actually being on YouTube. Just found out, they just sent me a notification. Congratulations on 15 years of your channel. Wow. Whew, just wanted to say thank you to YouTube and thank you to everybody for coming here, letting me be able to express myself, my flaws, my character, the person that I am. I want to tell you guys it's been a wonderful experience and can't wait to keep it going. Let's keep on going, you guys. It's 15 years for Bugatti View, and let's keep on moving right now with our bottom line. Where we at with our time? Boy, am I excited. I can't wait. Let me get this camera straight, y'all. We got a real good setup now. We got a whole new chat that I can see all you guys right there. I don't got to be squinting no more. We continuously keep growing with this channel. Can't even tell you guys how much I appreciate you, because if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't want to keep on doing this. So let me get this camera straight, you guys. Let's go. Like today is a really good day. It lets me know that, even though, probably not making the money you want to make, Bugatti, everybody else doing their thing, but at least, and not at least, but in my corner of the world, my YouTube world, I have my family here and people that I really care about, and I'm happy about where we're going with things. So it can't get any better than that. When you have your world and people around you that care about you, you have to look at that as the riches. Instead of like, oh, I don't have the money that I want. I'm not rich as I want to be. If you really think about it, even rich people monetarily rich people, let's fix that, don't have the lives that we have, the thoughts to care about God and other people and things of that nature. So in that case, we are very rich and we should be very thankful. And I'm thankful for you guys. I got to be honest with you. We got the rig coming together very well. We've worked on this on the channel for about maybe like 4 more hours yesterday after you guys left. We tightened up the rig. We made sure that the lighting was right. We got rid of the laptop and we put up a whole iMac over there. Got whole different things set up. And like I said, we're just growing with the channel. I would not know to do these things if I didn't mess up. We wouldn't be able to grow with the text being flipped if I wasn't able to mess up and figure it out. Bugatti, just turn the phone around. But hey, sometimes we have to grow. I love the fact that we're growing in a positive manner and we're doing it together. And you guys, it's just making me better and it's making us better. So overall, when I'm able to flow and do the show comfortably, I'm able to really get a good show and give you guys the best that I can give you. So without any further ado, Trump. Why is Hillary Clinton demanding a live deposition? We're about to get into that and much, much more, you guys. It's time. Who we praying for this morning? I can see you right there, and I'm so happy you made it. You're right at the top of the list. That's right, Terry Cohen. I see you. I want to pray for you for security, for health, for your family, as well as your animals, and for a great day. Hello, Mark Dorfman. Good morning, Luigi. I see who else? Liberty and Justice. Jeffrey Spilker. Also, who else do we see? Okay, that's who's up in here this morning. Okay, Terry Cohen. Can't forget about Sam Champion, Casey. Can't forget about all my other friends like I'm seeing Mark Dorfman, Jeffrey Spilker, Miss Swanza, and all the other people that always come here. Want to pray for them as well. They probably be here a little later. And Kendra Walker, of course. And where you at, Rebecca Lanya and Bueno? God bless you. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. What we got going on over here? Don't hear any audio, but we get that right. Everybody's good. Let's see if we can just go ahead and tap that in. And yes, celebrating for a reason. I'm like, why would I wear that suit again? I was trying to put something else on, and it kept shifting me to get this on, to put this on. Then all of a sudden, congratulations. Wow, so we are celebrating something that's white tuxedo worthy this morning. Let's go, you guys. Y'all ready? And once again, for 15 years. I'm ready to go. They're ready to go. I said it's time to start the show. I hope you're ready, yo, 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 yo. Wind it up. Wind it up. Wind it up. It's 6 o'clock somewhere. Work with me. Come on, let's go. Throw the wave. And make me look good. Any other day you do it, it's 6 o'clock. And it's our anniversary. Does that matter to you? Okay. Ole. Y'all know what we're going to do right now, right? We got to open up those pores. We got to open up those pores. Don't even ask me why today. Yo, why is Bugatti so excited? Why is he moving around like that? Why is he so happy? We bringing it back. What? It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine's just here and you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that can go to space. With the air that I don't care, baby, by the way. Why? Because I'm happy alone if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I'm clap along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Cause I'm clap along if you know that happiness is for you. Clap along if you feel like happy, that's what you wanna do. Celebrate, y'all. Celebrate. Thank you so much. Like I said, 15 years for the entire channel and 1 year around the globe for our bottom line. Celebrate good times. Come on. Doom, doom, celebrate. That's right, you guys. I'm happy this morning. You see why? Don't even ask me why. Don't even think about it. Because where we at, pump that beat. It's Saturday the 7th, y'all. That's right, y'all. 2026. I'm your host, BOOGOTTINYC, and this here's our bottom line, where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that and that. Where we be talking about this and that and chat and this and this and that. Just got me lit. Yeah, you guys, how y'all doing this morning? That's right, Saturday the 7th, 2026, February. What are you guys gonna do? You got 7 more days until that Valentine's Day, Casey, Liberty, and whatever else you guys got going on that love boat in that chat. You think I forgot about y'all? Don't even try it. Hopefully you guys have something phenomenal planned. Hopefully everybody is here to celebrate themselves and their love. And guess what? I'm just so glad to be able to be here again. Calm, not calm, but excited with the energy. I'm feeling the best that I could ever feel. And I'm so happy to be with you guys this morning. Let's get into what we got. We got current events, trending topics, we got follow-ups, and much, much more. You guys, you know how we do it. We've been knocking it out the park. Because why? Because we are the #1 channel on YouTube from 6 o'clock until we're done. That's right, H+OUR. The hour plus the show is ours. It's not mine, it's our bottom line. You guys are co-hosts. You're not mods, you're family members. And I could not do this without you. So guess what? Without any further ado, let's get into these titles. I'm sorry, you guys. I got 5 on it. You know, sometimes things happen. It happens. It happens. You know what I'm going to ask you guys to do? I'm going to do myself. I'm going to stack 5 videos right now. I'm going to ask you guys to stay on point, stay on topic like I just didn't do, but also let me know where you're chiming in from and let me know what time it is. I love to be able to go get content from where you guys are at. This way, I'm always on point. People are like, hey, that's my block. That's my neighborhood. I see this guy where he's at. That's right. I love it. Not just to go in New York where my backyard is. You'll find us in Cuba. You'll find us in Venezuela. You never know, depending on where the stories are at and if it makes sense. It's our bottom line. And with that being said, all I'm going to ask you guys to do is try to stay on topic. This way the chat has a great substance of conversation going on, and we can have a really good show today. Lastly, but not least, what am I going to say? Now we can do it. Let's get into these titles. It's time to get to work, you guys. What do we have? Trump. Why is Hillary Clinton demanding a live deposition? I'm going to just jump right out the window and say it. If you don't have anything to hide, you would probably have a lot to say and you'll want it to be said in front of a lot of people. Number one. Number two, if you may think that you're going to say something that maybe incriminates someone else, you might want to do it for shock value. So they better be careful if they let her do that. I don't know. We're going to see if it leads to that. We'll see, because you never know where it's going to go. Some people are saying they're going to plead the fifth. I'm starting to lead towards the other way. Let's keep on moving towards the board here where we have the president that blames a staffer for a post of Barack and Michelle Obama as apes. That's right, you guys. As apes. You probably saw that yesterday and it's just blown the news. It's a trending topic. They're saying that President Trump did not apologize, but they did take the post down 12 hours later. We have information on that as well. You guys see it up there in the header. Last but not least, we've got Tom Cruise, who flees his London apartment due to increasingly high crime going on in London. Never knew that, because sometimes we don't report from over there, but it's good that we do know. Well, we have been reporting robberies and certain things from London, but I guess we didn't really know how severe it was. Tom Cruise has decided, see ya, hope you had a good time. He's out of there. He decided to leave. We got much more. Let's get to work, you guys. I got to get this audio back up. Hope you got your coffee, your tea. Oh, and I'm sorry. Yeah, damn you. That's right. It's time for our bottom line. What else do you think we're going to do here? Let's go, you guys. Let's get into it. I used to love those karate flicks on Saturday morning. Let's see, do we got our audio up? Let me make sure, because we got to get this gaggle from President Trump. We're going to jump right into it. We're going to jump right into what's being said with everybody as far as the ape comment with the Obamas and much more. Let's go, you guys. Let's get it. All right, you know, that's the last thing we got to do. We got to get this audio straight, but I'm going to remain positive. Let's go.
Iran looks like it wants to make a deal very badly. We have to see what that deal is. But I think Iran looks like they want to make a deal very badly, as they should. Last time they decided maybe not to do it, but I think they probably feel differently. We'll see what the deal is. It'll be different than last time. And we have a big armada, we have a big fleet heading in that direction. We'll be there pretty soon. So we'll see how that works out. The stock market, as you know, broke a number that they thought was going to be impossible to break. Certainly during my first year, they said if you could do it in your fourth year, by the fourth year, we broke 50,000 on the Dow. Most people thought that was not possible to do so quickly. We did it in the first year. So we're about 3 years ahead of schedule. It's going good. Prices are way down. You don't hear the Democrats talking about affordability anymore, which they caused the affordability problem very badly. But you don't hear that word. I haven't heard that word spoken in a week and a half because they can't speak because the prices are down. Energy's down. If you look at oil, if you look at gasoline, a gallon of gasoline in Iowa, I was there last week, was $1.85, $1.80. $9 and $1.99 at 3 different stations, and it's that way in a lot of places. So gasoline is way down, energy's down, groceries are down. We've broken the Biden disaster, the mess that I inherited. The border is extremely secure, more so than it's ever been. We've got 9 months with 0 people coming in illegally. And I think the immigration problem is, we're doing very well. And crime is at a record low for 125 years, just announced. The lowest has been since 1900.
That's true.
That's pretty good, that's a long time. So, do you have any questions, John?
The social media post that you took down earlier today, the White House says that a staffer sent it. Who sent it, and are you going to fire them?
I looked at it, I saw it, and I just looked at the first part. It was about voter fraud in someplace, Georgia. There was a lot of voter fraud, 2020 voter fraud. And I didn't see the whole thing. I guess during the end of it, there was some kind of a that people don't like. I wouldn't like it either, but I didn't see it. I looked at the first part, and it was really about voter fraud in and the machines, how crooked it is, how disgusting it is. Then I gave it to the people to generally look at the whole thing, but I guess somebody didn't, and they posted, and we took it down, and we turned it.
I always wonder about his posts. I don't know if he's actually the one that's transcribing them, texting them, using, posting himself. I'm sure that staffers also have access to his accounts, and he may have to approve everything that goes up. Him watching the entire clip or not, depending on how long it is and what else he's got going on, I could see how that could be a possibility. So I'm just gonna leave it like that when it comes down to my opinion. But we have other opinions, and you know that, right? So we're gonna have to double tap that screen and get those likes up. It's Saturday morning, y'all. Let's go.
But that was a voter fraud that nobody talks about. They don't like to talk about that post. We took it down as soon as we found out about it.
Mr. President, a number of Republicans are calling on you to apologize for that post. Is that something you're going to do?
No, I didn't make a mistake. I mean, I look at a lot of thousands of things. I looked at the beginning of it, it was fine. They had that one post, and I guess it was a takeoff. By the way, a lot of people covered, if you look at where it came from, I guess it was a takeoff of the Lion King. And certainly it was a very strong post in terms of voter fraud. Nobody knew that was at the end. If they would have looked, they would have seen it.
Well, I guess that's what he's trying to tell you guys right now with the reference to the Lion King. If you think you're gonna get an apology out of me, Hakuna Matata means no worries for the rest of your days. Me, myself, do I have an opinion on it, really? Nah, don't even really care, to be honest with you. And don't even ask me why, because I just don't really care about it, to tell you the truth. Sorry. Let's keep on moving forward now, because we got the president back at the White House, and he's talking about what we're dealing with right now when it comes down to Maduro and Venezuela. They're a failed country, and we have to do something about it. But I'm going to just say this. I think we need to focus a little bit more on us, even though we are in certain regards and certain aspects, but I want us to concentrate a little bit more on what's happening when it comes down to ICE and Homeland Security and what's going on the ground. I think that needs to be a very sensitive topic that we're paying attention to, because it's just crazy how every time they're about to go somewhere, this agitator's just already set up. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys.
We had a very dangerous capital before,
Sir, yesterday you said you were speaking to people about Cuba to reach an agreement. What sort of agreement are you hoping to reach? Is that with the Cuban government?
Well, it's a failed nation now, and they're not getting any money from Venezuela, and they're not getting any money from anywhere. It's a failed nation. Mexico is going to cease sending them oil. So I'd like to take care of the people that are here from Cuba. You know, we have many people that came from Cuba that were thrown out of Cuba or that fled Cuba. They came over on rafts. They went through shark-infested waters. I don't know how they did it. And it was many years ago. Many would like to go back. Many would like to at least visit their relatives. And I think we're at a pretty close point. We are dealing with the Cuban leaders right now.
Okay, also, wanted you guys to see about this, because it's not fair to not show what the other side is saying and what people actually have to say about the, the comment that they made about Obama as well as Michelle. So let's get into that a little bit with someone that you know and love with all of your heart. None other than who? Miss Maxine Waters. Let's get into it, you guys. Let's go double tap that screen and get those likes up.
For more now, we are joined by California Democratic Congresswoman Maxine Waters. Thank you so much for your time, Congresswoman. Now, you've been a fierce critic of Trump for the past 10 years. What was your immediate reaction when you woke up this morning and saw this video?
Well, to tell you the truth, I was not shocked. I said, this is who he is. We know who he is. And he's a racist. He's been one from way back when he worked with his father, when they excluded people of color from being able to lease their apartments. So I was not shocked. I just saw another effort to show his racism. He's brazen. He doesn't care when he hurts someone or whether or not it makes us angry. All he does is he gets his joy from being a racist and being brazen about it. So I wasn't shocked at all. That's him.
After rare Republican pushback, the post is down now, and Republicans have asked for an apology from the White House and the president. Do you think the president will apologize? Will that be enough? What would you like to see happen next?
Well, first, he won't apologize.
Well, we already know
he
that.
will
We heard
continue
that.
to do what he's doing. This is not his first effort to display his racism. As you know, he is removing artifacts depicting slavery from the Smithsonian Museum, the African American Museum. He's having the Park Service erase a brochure about Medgar Evers, who was assassinated by a racist who belonged to the KKK. He's trying to remove any all efforts against depicting Black people as having fought a good fight against slavery and worked very hard to become a part of America.
I'm gonna have to look into that. I'm not like on no whatever, but I don't think that's cool if that's the truth. And I'm gonna have to reach out to the White House if that's the truth. Just being honest with you guys, because I don't think that's right. But who am I, right? Hopefully they listen to me, right?
He is, and no, he won't apologize.
Just to inquire.
And I think there are some Republicans who are ashamed and who feel terrible about this. Some of them will come forward, but many of them are afraid of him.
Are you surprised some of them came forward? And who are you most surprised is asking him to apologize?
Well, no, I'm not surprised. Do you recall when I think it was someone who was very close to him, Steve Bannon, who touted racism and encouraged racism and said that was the way to win. And let them call you that. Wear it as a badge of honor. I mean, so they've been in this business of using racism politically to advance themselves.
Okay. But in their defense, I got to be honest with you. I don't have the clips available here. There's so many people that I do have clips of that are thanking, President Trump for helping them out, Black people, Michael Jackson, a lot of people that this one lady he let stay inside of Trump Tower rent-free. The #1 lead for pardons is a Black woman. So I could see where this is probably, going in a couple of different areas. I wouldn't say that I would call the president racist, but I would not say that he probably didn't make racist jokes before. But tell the truth, who hasn't? Putting it on the online, total different thing. I am in no way defending it anyway, but I just don't see how it's directly like for him. He could have said, you know what, for the post being up and for me not watching the whole thing and for it being on my account, I do apologize for that. Now, I do want to say that. You could have definitely apologized for that, because anything that goes up on your page or you're responsible for, that's just like somebody making a comment, and then when it comes out to make them look bad, they turn around and say, well, I'm not the one that put it up, my account got hacked. Yeah, but if it didn't get hacked, you're still responsible for it. You guys know what I mean, and I'm just going to give it to you as it is. Let's get over to Iran, because millions of people are being told to leave Iran immediately as the State Department issues an urgent warning that that means to me, you know what it's about to happen, right? It's about to go down. Dame Dash style, y'all. Y'all already know what's about to happen. Check this out. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up, y'all. It's Saturday. Let's get it. I had an emergency that we had to put right there. I'm going to bring that right back after we get this out.
Iran seized 2 foreign oil tankers in the Persian Gulf yesterday. This comes as US and Iranian officials just begin talks. They began them today in Oman. Jennifer Griffin joining us now. What's at stake if these talks fail?
Well, really everything. There's a large military buildup, and the U.S. is focusing on Iran's nuclear program for now. The talks in Oman between U.S. and Iranian negotiators are over for today. They lasted about 8 hours. It's the first time U.S. and Iranian negotiators have held talks since the U.S. and Israel bombed Iran's nuclear sites last June. Iranian state-run media said both sides agreed to meet again. Present for the talks alongside U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff and the president's son-in-law, Jared Kushner, is U.S. CENTCOM Commander Admiral Bradley Cooper, who has been assembling an armada in the Middle East to include a U.S. air.
Trying to figure out if this meeting happened before, or matter of fact, I think it happened before, nope. Yeah, before that drone came over and got knocked down. Happened before this meeting.
Aircraft carrier strike group. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent revealed Thursday the protests in December may have been the result of U.S. economic pressure, which led to a dollar shortage and one of Iran's largest banks failing.
We have seen the Iranian leadership wiring money out of the country like crazy. So the rats are leaving the ship. And that is a good sign that they know the end may be near.
The U.S. State Department is urging Americans to leave Iran immediately.
For instance,
if they cannot leave, officials advise finding a secure location and stocking food, water, medications, and other essentials.
If it wasn't about to go down, they wouldn't be saying this, and they're warning the people that it's about to. I was worried about this, and I thought about it. I said to myself, now I know the president and the administration are about to strike. We already know, because I can tell. Once they're setting up the battleships and everything outside, they're not sending those ships over there without already knowing what they're doing. They're wasting gas and manpower. Also, military that can be doing something else or securing some other area. They're never going to do that. So now that we know it's about to go down, they're trying to make sure that certain people are out of the way so that they don't be harmed, which is smart about it. I understand that part. But also, we got to realize like what's going to happen after that, and like, you know, policy and how it's going to go forward. Even though we shouldn't be responsible with all of these other countries and what's going on, we happen to be. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Also, let me just tell you real quick, we watch Fox, we watch PBS, we'll watch NBC, any sort of news. We don't just go directly off of what they're telling us as law, as similar to what Maxine Waters was speaking about. She said a few things. I said, you know what, since she said that, let me go look into what she's talking about to see if that actually holds any weight. That's the way we do it. And also what she said was interesting. So you know what? That's what I'll do. And if it doesn't hold any weight and it's not true, that's the way I'll look at her like, oh, okay, so you're giving out information like that. Or if it's true, it's like, whoa, didn't know that. Sometimes you gotta find out, you gotta look at the smoke to see if there's fire there. And you know, sometimes if somebody says, hey, there's a big fire going on, you don't say, oh, I don't believe you. And the next thing you know, you get caught up in the fire. You want to at least go investigate. And as human beings and as adults, we make our own judgments on what we wind up doing. So don't hit us with the, oh, you're watching Fox. That didn't work a year ago, and I swear to you it won't work now. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Okay, you guys, appreciate you guys being here for the anniversary edition. And this one, right off the press, this one just came out of nowhere. We have a major situation that happened about an hour ago. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. This right here just jumped up on the board where it says migrant in an ICE custody after a deadly crash. Not a Hispanic migrant. But it doesn't matter what type of migrant it is. It's an illegal migrant who hurt someone in a very bad way. I would like for these stories to get out the same way as people that are out there picketing for illegal people that might be criminals. When we see ICE and Homeland Security activated and going to pick somebody up, these stupid horns and this noise that's going on, it's interfering with official business and stuff that's already been deemed that's needed to be done. You guys are messing up in this. I'm gonna want to show you one perfect example of certain people that should not be here. And I'm glad that he was actually taken off the streets because of the damage that he did to one very beautiful little girl whose life is now tragically changed. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's get on over here to this next story. In Indiana, there's been a major crash with a little girl involved.
An illegal immigrant truck driver suspected in a crash that killed 4 people in Indiana is now in ICE custody. Our senior correspondent, Mike Tubman's got the details. He's live in Chicago. Mike?
And, John, here we are again with someone who entered the U.S. under the Biden administration policies, got a license, and got behind the wheel of a big rig, and people paid with their lives. It happened in Indiana on Tuesday. One truck on State Road 67 slowed down. The truck behind him did not. Instead, swerved into oncoming traffic. The truck hit a van transporting 4 men from Indiana's Amish community. The 4 men were killed. The driver of that van is in critical condition. Indiana State Police report the driver of the semi-truck is 30-year-old Beksan Bishaki from Kyrgyzstan. He entered the U.S. using the Biden administration CBP-1 cell phone app, and that was in December of 23. Bishaki was issued a commercial driver's license by the state of Pennsylvania. Now, this issue of undocumented people behind the wheel of big rigs is very painful for Marcus Coleman. In June of 2024, his 5-year-old daughter was critically injured by a driver from India who entered the U.S. illegally and got a commercial driver's license while he was still a teenager. Delilah will spend the rest of her
So when I go off about illegal immigrants and about children being hurt and about how they have the nerve to be out there stopping them from getting people that do stuff, that's what I'm talking about right here.
of her life in need of medical care.
Where's everybody that's fighting for us? You know, we get all these people that are out there with these banners and these jumping in front of traffic and trying to wrestle people because, you know, the illegal immigrants, they want to sit there and fight for them. Everybody's worried about saving the immigrants and working for the immigrants and trying to protect the immigrants. Who's protecting us?
Now, DHS turned the criticism in the Indiana case to Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro because Bishaki got a CDL in the Keystone State. Governor Shapiro responded Kristi Noem should focus on minding shop in her own agency as her incompetence and operational failures seem to be matching the scale of her moral failures. Now, the Federal Transportation Department recently removed almost 2,000 drivers determined to be unqualified from the roads. About 500 of those truckers were found not to have the necessary English skills.
Let's get rid of the person talking about autocorrect, and let's get rid of us. If they're not talking about nothing that make any sense and all that crap, we talking about the show over here. Come on, y'all. Come on. Come on, y'all. Don't worry about that. We got some serious situations going on. I saw some of my people that was talking about it, so I'm gonna pull back on what I was saying. But we got some real serious situations going on over here. I really love for you guys to stay on point with the topics of what's happening here. Really trying to, build with you. I was talking about autocorrect. Hell with autocorrect. We got babies being hurt out here. Come on, y'all. Let's get back to it. Let's dial it back in. Let's get it back in. Let's go. We're going over to California right now because we got another situation where we got a man that's accused of sending this hoax letter to the Guthrie family. I always say that wrong. I'm so apologetic. And he appears in court. Some idiot thought that it would be okay to act as if he was the one that was the kidnapper. And guess what? He got locked up and he gonna be in there for a while. Watch your head. I bet he feels stupid right now in the bail. Matter of fact, he ain't gonna be in there for a while. He must have had some friends or some money. Watch how much the bail was. Stupid idiot. Let's keep on moving forward with this one, you guys. I don't know what he was thinking about. Let's go.
With breaking news in the search for Nancy Guthrie, tonight investigators are looking into leads after a new message was sent to one one of the Tucson news stations.
Meantime, the Southern California man who sent a ransom note allegedly to the Guthrie family is out on bond tonight. Eyewitness News reporter Rob Hayes live in our newsroom with the latest developments. Rob.
Mark, that man from Hawthorne found himself entangled in the Guthrie disappearance case, feds say, by trying to scam ransom money from the family. He ended up behind bars overnight and in front of a federal judge this afternoon in Orange County.
Stupido.
Meantime, news of a new message has investigators springing into action. On day 6 of Nancy Guthrie's disappearance, a new but vague development. The Pima County Sheriff's Department posting this update that it and the FBI are now looking into a new message regarding Nancy Guthrie and are actively checking its authenticity. Investigators say they don't have proof the 84-year-old mother of NBC anchor Savannah Guthrie is alive, but they do believe she is still out there. Her family begging for any kind of communication.
Of course she's still out there, but it's been 6 days and she don't have no medication.
We need you to reach out and we need a way to communicate with you so we can move forward. But first, we have to know that you have our mom.
Authorities say they have no suspect or person of interest.
Man, I wish technology was as easy as we believe it is, that here's a picture, here's your bad guy. But it's not. There are pieces of information that come to us from these tech groups that say, this is what we have, and we can't get any more.
Meanwhile, at least 3 other ransom notes have been sent to media outlets. The FBI has not been able to confirm their authenticity.
You have this ransom note that the FBI, I think, it may have potential, but it doesn't seem to be going anywhere, as far as they want proof of life and they haven't gotten it.
But another note has led to an arrest here in Southern California. 42-year-old Derek Colella of Hawthorne accused of sending the Guthrie family a hoax ransom letter. Colella arrested by the FBI yesterday and appearing in a Santa Ana federal courtroom this afternoon. He's accused of sending Guthrie's daughter and son-in-law a text which read, "Did you get the Bitcoin? We're waiting on our end for the transaction."
Ain't nobody gonna talk about the Vera Costa hairdo he got going on. What's that Vera? What's his name? One of my favorite comedians in the world, Jim Carrey. Remember he used to do the Vera de Mayo with the two ponytails right there. Ain't nobody gonna talk about this fool's hairdo looking like Vera, right here. Ain't nobody gonna talk about that. I mean, come on. What the hell going on here? What's this? What's going on here? You serious? You got the Vera Costa going on with the, what's that, the Pebbles rubble jacket on. I don't know what's going on with that jacket he got on and that earring. Oh, Lord. Going through a ring of fire right there, buddy. I see why you was trying to get some ransom bread from anything.
Accused of sending Guthrie's daughter and son-in-law a text which read, "Did you get the Bitcoin? We're waiting on our end for the transaction." Colella charged with transmitting a demand for ransom in interstate commerce and without disclosing his identity, utilizing a telecommunications device with the intent to abuse, threaten, or harass a person. Now, this afternoon, a federal judge ordered Colella released on a $20,000 bond. He also ordered him to not contact any victims or witnesses.
He had to pay like 10% of that $20,000 bond and put up whatever he could, maybe with a bail's bondsman. So was it worth it? You stupid idiot. Plus now you got a federal case and you look like Vera. Oh man, his life is just bad for him all over. I see why he's making decisions like that. He's like, hey, I already look like Vera. I'm out here looking like put this Pebbles rubble jacket on. Might as well try to find some bread some kind of way. I see why you went for it. Just like anything would have been a come up for him, even where he wound up at. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Double tap that screen. And yes, exactly, Jim Carrey. Hi, I'm Vera. You know when he used to do that with the little tight stuff. Oh my God, I used to roll. I used to be dying laughing when he did that. One of the most funniest comedians I ever saw do that. Let's get on over to New York. And if I can make it there, I'll make it. Anywhere, it's up to you. New York, New York, especially if you're Luigi Mangione, who's getting peed off because he's saying, this is double jeopardy. How you guys gonna try me twice? Well, Mr. Mangione, first of all, you pow-powed somebody, first of all. I don't know if you're thinking about the luxuries of all of the money and the fan mail you're getting, but guess what? You gotta be tried. And guess what? Due to the fact that the feds want you and state wants you, It happens that way. Sometimes you'll be finished your state case and you'll walk right out and they'll be like, come here for a minute. We got these silver bracelets. They're one size fits all for everybody. And the next thing you know, you're like this. Watch your head. Looking at things. Damn, look at that pizza shop. Damn, I wish I was that guy over there walking that dog. Sometimes you wish you was the damn dog, depending on what you did. That's right, you guys know what I'm talking about. You heard those 3 words before. Watch your head. I think we should do a t-shirt like that. Watch your head with a hand going like that on the top of a car. Yes, Mr. Mangione, sometimes they pick you up for more than one thing. So when you say, this is double jeopardy, it is, because you put yourself in jeopardy in the first place by doing this. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. Luigi ain't happy.
Luigi Mangione shouts as he was let out of the courtroom following a hearing in his state case. This after the judge set a state trial date that's actually before the federal trial. Alice Gaynor was in court and has details on what Mangione said.
Judge Gregory Caro set a June 8th trial date for Luigi Mangione's state case, telling the parties it, quote, appears the federal government has reneged on their agreement to allow the state case to go first. So he said he would set a date before the federal trial. Jury selection is set to get underway in the federal case on September 8th. Prosecutors said this was acceptable to them, but the defense said Mangione was being put in an untenable situation, a tug of war between 2 offices. The defense argued they won't be ready in June. The judge sternly said several times, be ready.
As Mangione, who was wearing tan prison clothing and was handcuffed, was led out of the courtroom, he began shouting.
Quote, it's the same trial twice. 1 + 1 is 2. Double jeopardy by any common sense definition. The Manhattan DA's office did not comment after court. Defense attorney Karen Friedman-Agnifilo spoke briefly.
Double jeopardy is meant to protect people, and they're using it as a weapon here. So it's unfair.
Legal expert Rich Schoenstein.
If he goes to trial in one of these courts and then a jury is sworn in another court, that is a potential double jeopardy situation. But he is not subject to double jeopardy yet. It's not double jeopardy just because he's being prosecuted in 2 different courts. That happens all the time.
Yep, Schoenstein also says the battle over which case will go first is unusual, since normally he says prosecutors work together.
Now what you have is a mess with 2 courts racing to try to get to the prosecution of this defendant.
Mangione has pleaded not guilty to all federal and state charges. In Lower Manhattan, Alice Gaynor, CBS News, New York.
So ladies, there go your man of the hour. His newest complaint is, it's double jeopardy, jeopardy, baby. My life's in jeopardy, baby. Y'all remember that? Ooh, y'all remember that? I don't know how I be remembering these damn songs, but you know what? Probably because I be coming here chilling with y'all. All of the nostalgia hits me. I think about my grandmother, all the people that came up. Hey, it happens. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because New York, we're preparing and already in the midst of an intense cold as the mayor speaks out about homeless outreach. Sadly, we're up to 17 or 18 homeless people who have lost their lives due to the bitter cold out there. I'm telling you guys, last week it was 7 degrees. If it's colder now, I don't even know how it's possible, because it got to the point where you walk outside in New York, you'll have on some thermals under, some snow pants, long, nice thick socks with some really good boots on. As soon as you walk outside, it's like, you're like, what the? Like, it's just like, it's that bone-chillingly cold where Jack is outside like this. As soon as you walk outside, he like this, right in your face, and you're like, what the? I'm talking about you can't even walk. That's how bad it is. And once you start getting the flow going, you really see people moving around. You see the streets are bone or like bare, nobody outside. People that normally be chilling out there for like a second, and there's still snow from 2 weeks ago on the street. So it's pretty bad out there. Why am I saying this? Because today and tomorrow are going to be some of the coldest days in New York, and it's dangerous.
New York City tonight, preparing for something it hasn't had for, a couple days. Brutally cold and dangerous temperatures. City officials, though, trying to prevent more weather-related deaths.
Morning, guys.
At least 17 of them blamed on the cold. Mayor Mamdani this afternoon holding a briefing at the Office for Emergency Management. This is in Brooklyn. Eyewitness News reporter NJ Burkett is there tonight with the warnings for the weekend, and you're pretty bundled up right now too, NJ.
Snowing in Boston.
Yeah, Bill, the mayor is particularly concerned about hypothermia on the city streets. He made the point today, Lee made the point that exposure could well be lethal. All of that as the city braces for these life-threatening temperatures.
He bugging with no hat on.
Nearly
This is
2
what's
weeks after
outside.
the storm, the city is still struggling to break free. We saw a sanitation work crew shoveling snow and ice on 104th Street in Corona.
Now they should have been doing this, and they should have been offering people like $30 to $40 an hour to do this, setting up those melters so that they can get this snow down in the sewers, which they normally do. But they didn't do that, Mr. Mom Dummy, the easy super cat, then they use a dumb dummy because you don't know what the hell you're doing. If anybody was around since Bloomberg and other mayors, you know that the main thing about New York is our streets and our roads and our parking. It's the veins of the soul of the body of New York. You can't mess with the internal organs, meaning the veins, because that's what sends all of the blood to the different areas for the trucks to come through so that you can get your money, Miss Kathy Jokel Hokel. They got to be able to not get stuck in parking so that they can not get stuck and not be able to go to work and have to take all your stupid transit and stuff like that. It's a lot going on out here that he just basically doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And you need to find people, I guess, that are a little bit older that know what the hell they're doing. And with experience, Mr. Mamdani, because now it's starting to show. Let's go ahead and keep moving forward, you guys.
There are still filthy mountains of snow on street corners throughout the city.
People stuck,
and ice
still.
is still piled up around fire hydrants.
Yeah, now, even though they got it cleared, the sad part about that is what if the ice, or what if that snow has frozen that fire hydrant from the neck up? You know, because the liquid that's in there is water, right? And water does freeze at how many degrees? Yeah, right? So now we got all that ice around it, just like this thermos right here. I'm keeping this thing frozen by having a bunch of ice in it. So when I open it, ain't nothing but ice and a little bit of water inside. So what's gonna happen when I try to save a fire? Let's do common sense over here. Let's keep on moving forward. These are things that have to be taken care of and taken care of in the city because it affects something else.
In many places, cars are still plowed under and frozen over. And Mayor Mamdani is warning New Yorkers that temperatures this weekend could be life-threatening.
These will be lethal conditions. Being outside for even a short period of time could pose a severe risk.
You pose a severe risk to this city, and hopefully it doesn't take tragedy for you to start getting it right, because sometimes it does take negativity for things to start getting right. Hopefully you start to implement some programs where you really start to get on top of this, as well as sanitation, because y'all was complaining about rats last year. Now you're feeding them by leaving all the garbage out there for 2 weeks. They're out there like ratatouille.
The risk of fire goes up in the bitter cold when some residents use space heaters or their ovens to help heat their apartments. The city will intensify efforts to persuade the homeless to come off the streets and the subways and into shelters. Since the deep freeze, 17 people have died on the city streets, most of them believed to have been homeless New Yorkers who died from hypothermia.
How about do what y'all did for the immigrants? If they don't want to go to the shelter, if they don't want to go to the shelter, why not rent a hotel for a little while for them to go to? Get that hotel that y'all use down on 34th Street for the homeless people to go to. I bet you they won't have no problem going in there. Probably be the same amount of money too, Mr. Mom Dummy. Now he's a super cat, now they use a dumb dummy. Use the same amount of money to put those people in a hotel. Hey, you guys don't gotta go to the shelter, but let me get you guys off the street. Where are we going? I got a hotel room for you for the night. Yeah, we're gonna do a deal with this hotel right here. You did it for the illegal immigrants. I seen you do it. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. 5 boroughs. Mayor, focus on his own approaches, and it seems like he's failing policies. I'm telling you guys right now, I'm not even gonna keep on going into this guy because there's so much room for improvement. And if you do care about the people, you will find a way. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, to Minnesota. I ain't even doing this no more with this crappy guy. Fraud, scandals, an assessment pool, a cesspool of corruption. says a Florida representative. Let's keep on go. Yeah, and 3 hot meals. Dead serious. Right, exactly. They could take that same money that y'all was giving up to the illegal immigrants and put people in a hotel.
Here now to discuss House Ways and Means Committee member and Florida Congressman Greg Steube. Congressman, it's nice to see you. All right, the fraud conversation continues. I love to see when you've got an administration member on the ground in California saying that you found fraudulent borrowers, you're going to prosecute them. That's great.
So sorry. We got to do this right. I apologize, you guys. That's right, it was 17 now, and it was reported. That other day, it was 15. Now it's 17 people who have lost their lives to the hypothermia and to the cold, and that's what's going on in New York. And it's a tragic event. We cannot move into the next clip without praying for them and their families and their souls, and hopefully anybody that's been affected by it. And hopefully, please, many people that are out there, even if you got to go in the train station, do what you got to do to survive. And I really want to pray for our animals that are out there as well, all of the cats. People have a heart. Open your garages, open whatever up for them just to go in there. Put some food in there. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Sorry about that.
One piece that never comes into this, though, is how do the taxpayers get any of their money back? Is that, Congressman, is that possible in some way, shape, or form that some of these guys have to repay this, or the states have to repay it?
Yeah, it'll be possible when the DOJ goes through their prosecution of all these different individuals. I mean, this fraud is rampant. Secretary...
And the birds. I don't know if you're joking or whatever, but I believe you. The birds are hungry too.
Bessent was on Capitol Hill this past week and thinks that about 10% of our taxpayer dollars through these different programs go to fraud. I bet it's higher than that, because as the Trump administration digs in on all of these different programs, whether it be SNAP, whether it be SBA, whether it be the IRA, whatever the agency is, like we're seeing in Minneapolis, we're seeing rampant fraud to the tune of hundreds of billions of dollars that is being just taken away. So as they investigate these crimes and they find these individuals, when they prosecute these individuals, there should be restitution ordered. Now the question is going to be, is the money still around, or has it been sent to other countries? Has it been sent some other place? But there absolutely should be restitution ordered in some of these cases.
From what I'm hearing, and I want you guys to let me know, do you think that this would be fair? If they're trying to get this money back, let's say money back, do you think that the government, from where the money went, should be accountable? Like, since a lot of the money went to Somalia or to certain, do you think that that country should be responsible, or just those individuals? Because it's pretty crazy. You know, somebody told me that, oh, just get it from Somalia. I don't know if they got the money for it or whatever, but, or how about just not give the aid that we were giving before? How would we actually really go about getting restitution, if any? Ain't like we're gonna go to Somalia and be in front of a house like, oh, okay, we got this house that we got up for auction right now starting at $500. Okay, Liberty, how much you got over there? Okay, Casey, what you got? Okay, let me ask you. It ain't like we're gonna go do a damn auction for whatever. How they gonna get their money back is my question. Let's keep on moving forward.
You know, Congressman, we're talking about fraud that stems from the COVID era from 2020. We know that Nick Shirley, investigative YouTube journalist, went to Minneapolis and found a substantial amount of fraud in a short order. Why has it taken so long?
Well, it takes a period of time to get the assets on the ground, to get people there to be able to investigate these crimes. I'm very happy that somebody like Nick Shirley did the work that he did, because I think that opened up a pretty big box for investigative DOJ members and the FBI to come in and do what they need to do to investigate all of these different issues. But it takes people like that to highlight the things that are going on. Finally, we have an administration that's focused on ensuring that our...
Now, how the hell did it take a YouTuber to break a story like this? He literally be hunting. I got to give it to Nick, because he was following Trump. He was out there talking to both sides just to get their opinions. People was knocking off that content that he was doing because it was so good. Then when he started getting into the fraud in Minnesota, that was it. Your boy is actually getting pulled in to newscasts, having interviews and things like that. I'm very proud of Nick Shirley. I got to tell you guys. But the fact of the matter is, I want to know is how come it took somebody that's a YouTuber, like a 21-year-old, to be able to break that story? How come there wasn't somebody in the government that's designed or has that position to do that? Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we got so much more to get into after Minnesota. Yeah, and this is another one. Ooh, I'm glad we're here to share this one here. That's right. Oh, no, I had enough of you. I already said that, Mr. Mom Dummy. This is the one I want to get into right here. This is the one that I can't believe that really happened. I just can't believe this myself. I can't believe it. Where is this at? I want to make sure we get this right. Where are we going with this one right here? Man, I got it. Oh yeah, Houston. Houston, come on here. Got a situation right here that you guys are not gonna believe. Why? I can't tell you. And this person is gonna have more to deal with than just worldly laws. He's gonna have to deal with the man upstairs and probably wind up in hellfire. I'm going there with it. Double tap that screen, you guys. We got a surgeon in Houston that's been indicted by the feds for altering reports. These reports and making patients ineligible for transplants, like liver transplants, kidney transplants, and some of the people lost their lives. The ones that were smart enough that catch on, they went to other hospitals and luckily received the life-saving transplants that they were supposed to receive. And I said a surgeon. Who can we trust? Just double tap that screen. It helps get these stories out and gets in the front of more people. How? Because when you double tap that screen and the light goes up, YouTube sees it, they put the header up and more people say, what's going on over there? They click the button and they come and get the information. We want them to get this information. Check this out, you guys. Let's go. Houston.
More breaking news. A Memorial Hermann surgeon at the center of a transplant scandal was indicted in federal court this afternoon.
ABC 13's Maya Shea is there with the allegations against Dr. John Bynum Jr. So what's next here, Maya?
Well, we're waiting for Dr. Bynum to get out of federal court after he appeared in front of a magistrate judge earlier today. And you might remember his name from us first covering this incredible story, really, back in 2024 when it all came to light through civil attorneys. So here's what allegedly happened. The allegations are that this doctor, who at one point was the lead for the liver transplant operations at Memorial Hermann Hospital, allegedly changed the medical records of patients waiting for a new liver, which in effect made them ineligible to receive donor livers. And these patients and their families allegedly had no idea. Court documents say some of these patients actually died. Others were fortunate enough to learn about what happened in 2024 and could switch to other hospitals and then get a liver transplant. So now, just recently, a federal grand jury has indicted the doctor in these charges. And I believe he's actually coming out of the courtroom right now with his attorney.
Now, people lost their lives due to this dude doing this. If you guys see how serious this situation is, they got a helipad on the top of this hospital. I mean, they was flying people in for emergency. They were flying body parts in for surgery. It's a very serious operation that they got going on over there. For someone to do something like this, I would have no idea why. What is this benefit?
Hi, Mr. Khalil. This is Maya Shea. We're from Channel 13. We're on live TV right now. Do you have anything to say about your doctor?
I do. He's a good, honest, and extraordinarily gifted and talented organ transplant surgeon. He's performed over 2,000 transplants over the course of his renowned 40-year career. Everything he did wasn't taken in good faith. Nothing he did was unlawful. Everything that he did was lawful and in good faith.
But did he change the stat?
And we're going to have a more substantive statement to submit in writing, but we look forward to clearing his name in a court of law and educating, frankly, the government on the medical concepts that undergird this totally misguided prosecution.
But did he change people's health stats?
Can you explain to us? Thank you.
Do you think that's So there you see Dr. Bynum.
And somebody's making sense. Somebody said, so that means the benefit is that he gets to influence which patients get what and when. It's crazy. Kendra, we love and respect each other, and we expect less from others, so we're going to have each other's backup. That's right. Let me get something out the way right now, because I see we got a little issue going on, something that we have to cover. We got the news and the stations out of the way. Let me get the other thing out of the way. Personally, I am not a Republican. I am not a Democrat. I am not an independent, and that other one that you call conservative. No, I'm not. Just happen to be a person that has common sense. I actually might like something that Jasmine Crockett might say. I might be behind something that Trump might actually like. I might say, I might believe it or not, maybe one time out of 100, like what Chuck Schumer has to say. But one thing I do not do, and I do not even follow my mom blindly, because she made mistakes as a human being. People do. Operations do, systems do. So what we have to do, the same way we're smart about the news and the filtering, the same way I go about everything else. If I believe in something, I get behind it. If I don't, I don't. So if you guys have a question about my political views and how I look at things, if there's a strong point that a person has to say, I'm going to say, you know what? I don't like this person on that accord, but what they're saying is the truth. I don't really deal with this person, but that's the truth. Instead of just being fake and walking around like Frankenstein, I'm just gonna do whatever my party does. I don't care if they're wrong. I'm still gonna follow them. We don't do that over here. I don't do it. So just please understand that if that's where you think that we are and what we are about on our bottom line, you're totally wrong. We're not. We're about fairness and we're about love for all. And I really just want people to have a forum and a place to debate so that we can go back and forth, because debate brings, we're having conversation. Out of conversation, we can have a solution. Even this right now, we talk about things and get to a solution instead of hating each other. I mean, on some real stuff, why we gotta be on that BS because of a party when all of us, when in reality, get rid of all of the party and all of that crap. We're still human beings and we people who got to live on this earth together. So yeah, that's where we're going with it. God bless you guys. Let's keep on moving forward. Let's go.
And his wife walking away. They're not answering any questions, led by his attorney. And so this is what we know right now about what's been happening as folks try to manage their way through. But the doctor had to have a $2 million cash bond, which is very unusual for this case. The magistrate judge saying that they had to sign over either their house or deliver $2 million in cash within the next 2 weeks for him to stay out of custody.
With a lawyer that he has and the caliber of the lawyer that he has, just so you guys know, the lawyer will fade him. No, not even a bail's bondsman. If you got a good enough lawyer, the lawyer have the money to fade that bail straight up and down. And he has it because he's got the monetary. From what I'm getting out of this story here, it seems like he's got some sort of a moral clause going on here, where just like you guys said, he got to pick, he was picking and choosing. But you can't pick and choose when you're a doctor and you're a physician. You got to take care of everybody that's in front of you, and you're supposed to do right. And just because you may have done a lot of good things as far as surgeries and save lives, it doesn't take away or negate the negative things that he may or may have not have done. We're going to keep on going forward and following up with this story the way we always do. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. I'm really trying to get these numbers up and get this information out so everybody can get everything that we got going on today. And if you don't mind, give me all the money in your pockets. Nah, don't give me all the money in your pockets. Like I always tell you, I keep that Bustelo on deck in the kitchen. You know what I'm saying? With my green tea, so don't worry about that. But I would appreciate in the form of likes to get paid. That shows me that you guys appreciate what we have going on over here, and it gets more people over. Trying to get up to 70,000 subscribers, and I'm doing it the right way, getting you guys this good content. Let's get on over to Washington, because yeah, it's time. Hillary, let's go into our heading right now. Hillary Clinton says, let's stop the games. Let's do it live. What's up? When it comes down to that Epstein probe, what's up? What's up? She says she want to do it in public. Uh-oh. Let's go, y'all. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen and get those likes up. Let's see what Hillary talking about. Wait a minute. No. Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? There you go. There you go. There you go. Go.
From former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton, she says she is ready to testify before that House committee looking into the Jeffrey Epstein files, but she wants to do so live for the whole world to watch.
Now, I'm telling you, when somebody wants to do something like this, they either going to just sit there and be like, I plead the fifth or whatever, or they going to go in and say, yeah, well, you know what? How about boom, boom, boom? She might start spilling the beans, and she probably doesn't want it to be redacted or edited. You ever think about that? Let's go.
This is President Trump says it's time for America to move on from the Epstein files. Scripps News national correspondent Alex Miller is live in New York City. She's been tracking these stories since day one. Alex, both Clintons are scheduled to testify before month's end. Safe to say the fight, though, with the Clintons is just now starting to heat up.
Oh, yeah, the former Secretary of State just ratcheted up this between the Clintons and with the House Oversight Committee. They had agreed to testify as they were facing a contempt of Congress vote. But what we had heard initially was that we had heard that they were going to testify behind closed doors with a video camera, and how we were going to get those video clips was still being worked out. Now the Secretary of State says that she wants to testify in a public hearing, putting this out on social media earlier today. I want to read you the entire post. She says, for 6 months, we engaged Republicans on the Oversight Committee in good faith. We told them what we know under oath. They ignored it. They moved the goalposts and turned accountability into an exercise and distraction. Then she goes on to say, so let's stop the games. If you want this fight, Congressman James Comer, let's have it in public. You love to talk about transparency. There's nothing more transparent than a public hearing. Cameras on, we will be there. She's essentially challenging them, Del, at least in part, because there's a very real possibility here that the committee or a future committee could subpoena the sitting president rather, or the first lady, both of whom are mentioned in this latest document dump, at least in some capacity. And you heard the president saying yesterday afternoon, singing former President Bill Clinton's praises a little bit. Listen.
It bothers me that somebody's going after Bill Clinton. See, I like Bill Clinton. I still like Bill Clinton.
What do you like about him?
I liked his behavior toward me. I thought he got me, he understood me.
Obviously, you're hearing the sitting president now with a very real realization that there is a potential that he could be asked questions as well. He says he's been questioned before, but what that looks like is very much unclear.
And Secretary Clinton spending hours before the House Benghazi committee, so she's familiar with the exact...
Yep, she's familiar with doing this. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because we even got some information that we just got coming in right off the press again. So due to the fact that we might have to see this stuff redacted, guess what they said? As of, this week or coming up, Congress will be able to see all of the 3 million files that were just dumped unredacted. Oh boy, will they spill the beans and tell us what they seen?
There's also news coming in involving the Jeffrey Epstein files. Members of Congress are now being told that they will be allowed to see unredacted documents. Here's Jonathan Carl.
Tonight, the Justice Department announced that starting Monday, members of Congress will be able to review unredacted versions of more than 3 million pages of its files on convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein.
The same files that you can see redacted, yes, with the black lines through it, but it's not that many. You can see a lot. If you want to check out those files, I always tell you guys, hit that link in the description. You're going to see a Jeffrey Epstein link. Click that. It's going to take you to federal website /Jeffrey Epstein. All of the files are there from the beginning. See the PDFs, all of the images, video. Everything you're seeing here is actually in those files.
Lawmakers will only be able to review documents that have been publicly released, not the 3 million pages that are still being withheld. President Trump has been hoping to turn the page.
Frankly, the DOJ, I think, should just say, we have other things to do.
But the many powerful men whose names have already come up in the files have people wondering who else might be in there.
Who?
On Monday, the House Oversight Committee will hear from Epstein's accomplice, Ghislaine Maxwell.
And you know what she's going to do? She's going to say, I plead the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. Y'all know y'all Chappelle show. Come on now, come on.
Who is scheduled to testify virtually from the prison where she is serving 20 years for sex trafficking. she is expected to take the fifth.
Of course.
The Republican-led committee has subpoenaed former President Bill Clinton and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton to testify behind closed doors. Hillary Clinton calling out the committee chairman, James Comer, saying, "Let's stop the games. If you want this fight, let's have it in public." And today, Bill Clinton posting, "I will not sit idly as they use me as a prop in a closed-door kangaroo court by a Republican Party running scared. If they want answers, let's stop the games and do this the right way, in a public hearing where the American people can see for themselves what this is really about."
As you guys see, I'm one of the best instigators that you've ever heard. And I'm just telling you guys straight up and down. And I play with it now. But you know, sometimes you see a fight about to happen, you'd be like, ooh. Yo, you gonna let them talk about you like that? Yo, he just said your mother, son. That's called instigating. Sometimes you just want to throw a little bit of gasoline on the fire because it just makes for a better fight. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his name? Don King, when he's out there like trying to get somebody aggravated. Well, you know, he did say your sister just led about 10 guys in the basketball. What? Let me at him, I'll splat him. You know what I'm saying? It makes for a better intense situation going on. Let's go, y'all.
While the Clintons are demanding a public hearing, they have already agreed to appear before the committee for closed-door videotape depositions. David, those depositions are scheduled for the end of the month.
All right, you guys, we got so much to get into. Let's double tap that screen and get those likes up. And can we thank Sheila? Because she the only one that gave your brother something today for all the work you're doing. With a damn tuxedo on going hard. I'm just playing with you guys. But Sheila, thank you so much for keeping us up to date, brother. And I appreciate you too. Sheila, any relation to Sheila E? Where'd you get that name from, Sheila? Was it during that time when Sheila E was doing that rock, Harley rock? Everybody want a Harley. Rock, Harley rock. You know what I'm saying? Don't think I told you. Sometimes it just happens. All right? All of a sudden just came out with a crush groove click because of your name. I remember that name. That name was very, very famous back in those days. Sheila E. And what was it? Sheila E. and I know it's Lisa and Cult Jam. What was Sheila E.'s crew? But I tell you one thing, Sheila E. got busy, especially when she was still rocking with Prince. Let's keep on moving forward. You guys double tap that screen. I got a lot more to get into. And yes, again, I really appreciate you right now, Miss Sheila, for the $10 super chat. And let's get into doom 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 doom. Burn, baby, burn. Thank you so much, Jeffrey Hill, for the $2 super chat. Disco Inferno, burn, baby, burn, burn this mother down. Who we talking about? None other than the original Burning Man himself. That's right, you guys. Bill Gates, allegedly. No turning back now. His legacy is ruined after all of this Jeffrey Epstein association. As you know, it's been said that he had a STD and was trying to get the medication from Jeffrey Epstein. Now we're gonna say that it had to do with doom, 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 you know, burning, because we're hoping that it's nothing else. But yes, Mr. Bill Gates, it's a shame. It's a shame how you're making yourself look right now.
Now, Bill Gates has denied claims made about his conduct in the Epstein files in an interview with 9 News Australia. Here's what he had to say.
It's factually true that I was only at dinners. You know, I never went to the island. I never met any women. And so, you know, the more...
Somebody said he had a Microsoft virus. And it's hilarious that you say Microsoft. You get it? Microsoft virus. You know what I'm saying?
The more that comes out, the more clear it'll be that although the time was a mistake, it had nothing to do with that kind of behavior.
Kinsey, his former wife, has also been speaking out. What has she had to say?
She said we should put some pressure on her ex-husband to talk,
Dead
to
serious.
have to answer some pretty tough questions. You know, she's saying, yeah, I think that I'm loving this negative of attention, quite frankly. This will be a problem for Bill Gates in the future. Whether you believe him or not, once false information is out there, it can persist in memory. This is science. It persists in memory even after people know it's false. It's a phenomenon sometimes referred to as belief perseverance. People may remember the content but forget whether it was debunked, leading to that lingering influence.
How much money did she get in that divorce with Bill Gates? Melinda got so much money, she was donating and all that. She's still sitting on bread. And yeah, you guys are right about that. His Microsoft had a computer virus. Thank you, Terry, so much for the $2 super chat. Thank you, and I love you too. And you know we pray for you, right? Just to make sure that you were safe and when you're not here. And I hope that you're feeling much better. Amen. Let's keep on moving forward because we got people that's down with Boston University now. Makes sense because Epstein had a mansion in Boston and was utilizing his relationship with Boston University. That's right. We got the dean who surfaces in the Jeffrey Epstein files. Who's off limits over here? We got Poland Spring, we got Boston.
The name of a dean at Boston University has surfaced in the Epstein files.
First reported in BU student newspaper, Marriott.
Everybody's names coming out and they're all of a sudden resigning.
DiChristina corresponded and apparently met with Jeffrey Epstein. John Maroney is live from Boston with details. John, what are you finding out?
Jesse, this all happened more than 10 years ago, and that dean here at BU came across Jeffrey Epstein while she was working as an editor.
I mean, it's Epstein files, right? It's probably one of the biggest talking points right now in America.
Campus reaction to emails between BU's dean at the College of Communication and alleged pedophile Jeffrey Epstein.
You need to approach with curiosity before you go straight to judgment here.
The Daily Free Press first reported Marriott DiChristina's interaction with Epstein. At the time, she was editor of Scientific American. BU told the Free Press she never went to Epstein's island, releasing this statement to us.
And notice how these people got in larger positions after his death and are doing very well now and they're in prominent positions. This is why, possibly? Is this why they're trying to keep this back so that certain people don't lose their positions? Seems like it's starting to make sense to me that way.
Editor-in-chief of Scientific American, it was routine practice in her role to correspond and talk to people who reached out to the publication and expressed interest in science.
You're a part of such a big university with such a big impact on so many students, and you see these things coming out in the real world. It's important to address them and to stay on top of them.
Most of the emails are between Epstein's assistant and DiChristina, who was trying to find a researcher or writer for the Manhattan Wealth Manager. She apparently did go to his apartment at least once for an in-person meeting.
I'd be surprised if she stayed.
The dean's contact came after Epstein had pleaded guilty for soliciting sex from a minor.
Another one, yeah, because if it's after the fact and you know about it, why are you still affiliating with this guy? That's the skeptical point. That's like, why are you still affiliating with this dude if you know that he's been brought up on these charges? Unless you just don't care or you got something to do with it. You're complicit. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to go to London, UK, across pond to Mr. Andrew. Not Prince Andrew anymore. Mr. Mountbatten Windsor, I think he's going to go into hiding now. Probably going into hiding because it's just too much and the king's just really peed off with him at this point.
Finally forced out. The former prince, now Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, has officially left Royal Lodge and will live in a home on Sandringham Estate in Norfolk. It comes as his brother speaks out on the Epstein scandal for the first time.
Allegations mounted against Andrew Mountbatten Windsor, again under review by police. Officers investigating the latest claim that a woman was trafficked to Royal Lodge in 2010, while for the first time a senior royal has spoken out.
All of his armor is off. He's been stripped of all of his royal protection. They stripped him his name. They kicked him out of his house. All of his armor's off now. If he goes before these people, it's going to be Andrew Mountbatten Windsor having to answer for this, and he might get locked up.
No, I think it's really important always to remember the victims and who are the victims in all this.
Absolutely.
A lot of victims in this.
The former prince's younger brother, Prince Edward, asked about the latest developments on stage in Dubai at a World Governments Forum.
They don't want to have
Former
nothing to do with it.
Duchess Sarah Ferguson bowing to public pressure, her charity Sarah's Trust shutting down today for the foreseeable future as the true extent of her connection to Jeffrey Epstein is exposed. Revelations she took princesses Beatrice and Eugenie to Miami to see the convicted pedophile just days after his release. They would have been 19 and 20.
Like, what are you taking your daughters to meet with this dude for after he was convicted? What's going on here?
Princess Kate presenting an image of normalcy, touring a wool mill in Wales and trying her hand at making a pair of jeans. While the royal family is trying to preserve its public image, pressure is mounting on the UK government. The former UK ambassador to the US is now being investigated by the Metropolitan Police over his connections to Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah.
Lord Peter Mandelson accused of passing market-sensitive information and secure emails to the financier. Photos of the former ambassador in his white underwear.
They saying he can get life in prison for what he did. You know what I'm saying? For that $75,000 to $100,000 transfer that was made. Come to find out, he was like, oh, I don't know anything about that. $100,000, huh? Come to find out, he was selling secrets to Jeffrey Epstein, allegedly. Let's keep on, y'all. Standing there in his drawers in an Epstein file. Not a good look for you, sir.
Receiving a foot rub released as part of the files. So Keir Starmer reportedly saying he let his country down. The US president eager to put the whole saga behind him.
I think it's really time for the country to get onto something else, really. You know, now that nothing came out about me.
In London, Mimi.
Well, there is some stuff that came out about you, President Trump, and I gotta be honest with you, because I told you we pull no punches when it comes down over here. I gotta let you know that there has been some gaggle yesterday that came out about President Trump, and it came from a senator who made some very shocking and serious claims of dealing with minors, as well as a couple of other things when it came down to the R word and probably, offing some people. I, myself, am looking, because I would like to see something that substantiates claims. If someone is saying something, I'd like for you to show me that PDF, that information, where you got those claims from. So I am not going to go ahead and make those claims until I find, let's say we go into the files ourselves and see something that can substantiate the possibilities of what they're talking about. But yes, there were claims of other activities that had to do with the R word with President Trump. Got to be honest with you.
In London, Mimi Becker, 9 News.
Okay, let's keep
and
on.
Nine's your correspondent.
It ain't over. It ain't over. We got to get on over to where? That's right, you guys. We got a situation in Nebraska. I want to ask you guys, do you let your children play Roblox? Video game on the phone? I've been aware of Roblox for probably about 2 to 3 years now. And I didn't think that anybody would try to go there to do anything bad to children or harming them in any sort of way. I actually really did think that it's just a place for you to go make games and play video games and things like that. But I think like a level-head, sane human being, the same way you guys do. Some people don't think of that. Some people think a slick way of manipulation and hurting people. So that's why this idiot right here that we're going to bring up from Nebraska, this man has been accused of kidnapping. I can't say the word. 2 young sisters in Florida he met on Roblox. He drove 9 hours in order to pick them up. You guys, be careful about Roblox, all of the games that they're playing, because it's not necessarily a child that they're playing against. Let's keep on moving forward. I want you guys to get this and double tap that screen, because I do want information like this to go out. I do want parents to know and be aware about what's going on. That's why I like you to hit that like button. Let's go, you guys. Double tap. Let's go.
Nebraska, he's behind bars here in Florida because police say he drove 1,500 miles to kidnap 2 teenage sisters. Where did he meet them? He met him on Roblox. Adrian Kriskout spoke with the sheriff about the disturbing details of the crime.
Good afternoon. This 19-year-old man drove more than 1,500 miles all the way from Omaha, Nebraska, down to Indiantown, where he allegedly took two young sisters, 15 and 12 years old, who he was communicating with through the online gaming platform, 1,500 miles all the way from Omaha, Nebraska, down to Indiantown, where he allegedly took two young sisters, 15 and 12 years old, who he was communicating with through the online gaming platform Roblox. Two sisters from Indiantown are safe and back home after their parents reported them missing last Saturday around 8 p.m. Information provided by family members.
I gotta stop right here because I see it. Somebody says Roblox is banned in my home and I shame anyone who I know that lets their kids play it. Put them under the jail, says Brian. Stephen Collins says 100. They want to do something to him over there. 25 more likes. Yeah, let's get those likes up. It does get more people to see the show. A gaming platform, come on now. Yes, a damn game form. Somebody else said it's banned in their house too.
Was vital to investigators, and police later discovered.
And show your kids this so that they know that you're not just being a certain way. Show them this. Be like, look, this is why I want you guys to not play this damn game, because you never know who you playing against. I love you. You my child. I promise you it'll bring you closer to them. I'm telling you. And start telling them a little bit of stuff that you normally wouldn't tell them. Just like borderline, letting them in a little bit. This way they'll come tell you stuff that's crazy too. You know what I'm saying? Not being a friend, but you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to give them something to let them give you something.
The girls had been communicating since last year through the gaming platform Roblox and later through Snapchat with an adult.
We've not seen anything explicit necessarily, but we know our suspect was repeatedly warning these young girls that he could get in a lot of trouble for what he was fixing to do. So he knew he was violating the law.
Authorities were able to identify the suspect as 19-year-old Sermu Lassay and discovered he had driven for 22 straight hours on Friday from Nebraska to Indiantown, where he picked up the minors. Surveillance video were key in identifying the vehicle they were traveling in.
And the way that you do it, Lasagna Phelps, tragic. I told my grand girls that it's dangerous and they thought I was mean. So now you show them this video. Like, look, girls, I love you. You know what I'm saying? Go out to eat with them. Go somewhere with them. Have fun. Start laughing and everything like that. Hang out with them. And then bring it up and show them this clip. It's all Granny trying to do right now because I care about you. I want to have more times like this. That's a mic drop right there. I didn't even know about that, Grandma. Straight up and down. Let's go.
We were able to contact the Florida Highway Patrol, the Georgia State Police, and thankfully, the Georgia State Police was able to pull this vehicle over, take our suspect into custody, and rescue our two girls from the scenario that they had placed themselves in.
So he was in the car with them, already told them from what he's planning on doing, they can get locked up. He can get locked up. Yeah, you guys, we're going to keep on.
The sheriff said he believes they prevented something disastrous.
Again, we're dealing with a grown man that drove all the way from another state, an individual they never met in person, picked them up, and we really don't know what he was going to do.
Finally, the sheriff emphasized to parents the importance of monitoring the online apps their children use.
There is no application online that's safe. If you can communicate with somebody away from your house in the quiet of your own room, it could be a problem. So
there is no app that's safe. I saw somebody in the comments and they was like, wait a minute, a game app? And you're right. Why? Because you have a level head. You're not thinking about no crazy stuff like this. I want to pray and thank God that they were able to get this guy, because we don't only pray for negativity after the fact. We pray for good, and we thank God for preventing something like this from happening. And please continue to look over our children as much as you can and getting these people off the streets, Lord. We prayed for you, and we thank you, and we praise you every single day. Amen. That's right, because that was protection. Nobody else did that. Let's get on over to Sunland. We got this Ring video camera that shows the Stills nabbing attack that affected a girl and her grandfather. They were both injured. And all he was trying to do was protect his granddaughter, walking her to the car and taking her to school. Out of nowhere, something like this happened. Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up. All the stories that we playing today, we're not playing around with it. We're getting in there.
Suspect
But Lord have mercy, are you pretty? Woo! Lord have mercy. Sorry, guys, but damn.
arrested in the stabbing attack of a little girl and her grandfather in Sunland. Both served Revived tonight, Eyewitness News has just obtained this Ring camera video showing the frantic scene during the attack that happened outside of the home. We have zoomed in on the video and you can see the suspect confront the grandfather in the street and then jumps into the family's car. Eyewitness News reporter Carly Gomez speaking with the family of the suspect and neighbors who have been worried that something like this would happen.
He has mental issues. I want him to get the help. I didn't want it to come to this.
Esteban says his brother has been dealing with bouts of psychosis and schizophrenia.
In the place they had him instituted at, somebody had told him he doesn't have to take his medication.
Perfect example of what I was telling you guys about when it comes down to Ron, to the father who lost his life, the one that plays Meathead on All in the Family. I'm sorry that I forgot your name, sir. It just happened to click right there. And you guys are gonna help me with that, right? What's his name? The guy from All in the Family who lost his life because of his son, because he was trying to be so loving to his son to make sure that he had somewhere to go. Rob Reiner, thank you so much. I appreciate that. This is exactly what I'm trying to tell you guys. There's but so much that you can do. And it's okay to get them the hell out your house. Straight up and down. Because to save the family, sometimes you gotta let them go. I'm sorry. Oh, it's my son, it's my cousin, it's my whatever. Or you're sticking with the grandparent or the aunt. And the next thing you know, you hear about a fire with them in their hurt. No, you guys, if you can't do the medical part of it, if you can't help them in certain ways, you cannot have people like this living in your house. You could take me, feel a certain way about me or whatever, but so many of these stories are happening now where people get to the peak and they start taking it out on their family and they're in the house with you and you got to go to sleep while they're still up. Oh no, not me. Let's go.
And he listened.
And again, what the hell you doing in that tree? You in that tree or you out of here? That's it. You in a tree? Oh, go. Get out of here. Sorry.
Dealing with bouts of psychosis and schizophrenia.
In the place they had him instituted at, somebody had told him he doesn't have to take his medication and he listened to that person.
Neighbors on Eldora Street in Sunland say they're upset to hear about a little girl and her grandfather who were stabbed this morning getting ready to leave for school.
Getting the hell out of
the
here.
incident, though, not exactly shocking.
Just your worst nightmare as a neighbor. You don't want this in your neighborhood.
Mike Agajanian spoke with the family of the victims who didn't want to go on camera. He detailed what took place.
The grandpa puts the granddaughter into the car. Psychopath runs at the granddaughter, attempts or not, straight up stabs her on the arm. Grandpa runs at him. He turns the knife on him and stabs him in the neck and on the arm. And then that moron jumps into the car. Luckily, the grandpa was able to pull the kid out of the car and takes off with their car.
Police say that suspect then fled in the family's car onto McVine Avenue.
That was the victim's vehicle he took off in. We were able to track that vehicle to that location.
Neighbors say an incident just like this one almost took place months ago.
A child almost got stabbed 6 months ago and is released 3 days after the stabbing. 6 months later, now that child is in the hospital.
We're working to confirm that there was a similar type incident that occurred. We're looking through the records to determine if in fact that did occur.
You see what I'm saying? Nah, hell with all that. You got to go. And if we got to get some people in here to help your ass go, let's go. I'm going to need about 4 or 5 people to come through with me. Yeah, get a stick. Get what you got to get. We going to forcibly get your ass out of here. You got to go. But yeah, you got to go. Oh, we doing it right now. It ain't going to happen when I'm asleep or later on. You going to get your ass out of here. Bye. Sorry. And Ma, go in the room and sit down. Oh, my baby. Get the hell out. Go sit down. This one got to go. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. He got to go. Bye. See you later. And hope you had a good time. Las Vegas, come on in front of the stage. Come on, come on. We got a father who's been sentenced to decades for doing what? Locking his kids inside of dog cages. Yeah, the little kennels. I don't even like dogs in them. If I come to your house and you got a kennel and there's a dog in there, that's going to take a lot of brownie points from you. I love you for the fact that you have the dog. I don't want to hear no excuses about, oh, I go to work. Well, I've had pit bulls. I've had puppies, and I've been able to train them so they can stay around the house and not tear my place up. So yeah, I got cages in there I won't even give away. I'd rather throw him in the garbage. I don't play that cage crap. He live here and all of that. Oh, you gonna lock the dog up before I come over? Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Because I don't really want him to know you like that. Not because, I don't say, oh no, this is his house. No, I'm gonna lock the dog up in a whole nother room in a whole nother area. Because then when you leave, he gonna come out like this. Like, what's that smell? This way, when you come over, when you're not supposed to be there, Hagatha. I don't even know that guy, so I can get him. All that letting your dog play with people. Oh, he's so cute. He ain't no good to me if you do that. I love him, but if they in my house for security, that's what they need to be doing. Not go over here talking about, here go the stereo. Let me show you where the good stuff is at. And meanwhile, you come back in the house, hey, your friend was here. Yeah, if they could talk. Let's go ahead and double tap that screen and get those likes up.
And images of children trapped in a dog cage captured our attention. This was actually 3 years ago. But now there's an update as a Las Vegas father is sent to prison for decades. 8 News Now reporter James Schaefer with how long that man will serve now behind bars.
Sweetie, nothing's gonna happen, okay? We just want to make sure you're okay.
A disturbing scene we first showed you in 2023. The sound of a dog barking and children crying. Las Vegas police discovering 6 children home alone. 2 of them rescued from a dog cage on the apartment floor. The chaotic scene, the 1-bedroom extended stay unit near the Las Vegas Strip, was occupied by Doss and his then wife, Amanda Stamper, who was pregnant at the time of her arrest.
I said I'm innocent and I wouldn't like to continue this interview without my lawyer.
At that time, Travis...
Talking about he innocent and he want to continue the interview without his lawyer. You know why? Because all that crap that you trying to tell your lawyer, he like, that ain't gonna work, that ain't gonna work, that ain't gonna work today. It don't even matter what you're trying to do because they ain't trying to hear what you say. He trying to tell them, no, don't say it, but he trying to push back because he think he know what he doing. So he don't want to, go forward with the lawyer. We know stupidity around here and ignorance. We're very acclaimed to it.
Doss had agreed to an interview with 8 News Now investigator Vanessa Murphy.
Why did you think it was okay to put 2 children in cages?
I don't think you heard me. I said I'm innocent and I would like my lawyer to be present.
The reason why judgment
Oh, he said the other way.
Doss
Okay.
appearing in court.
Okay, so let me stand corrected. He said he's innocent and he would like his lawyer to be okay, present. Okay, I stand corrected.
Last year, where he pled guilty to 6 counts of child abuse.
But you still shouldn't put no damn kids in no dog kennel, no dog cage.
After a delay, expressing that he felt the deal was unfair.
He is crazy.
I just want to have a fair hearing.
Court documents show Doss asking to serve prison time in either Georgia or Mississippi. His sentence from 18 to 72 years. Counting his time in jail, Doss could be eligible for parole by 2041.
It was God with me on that one. Something told me to talk to these kids, 'cause I'm a father myself.
In the end, the maintenance worker who found those children, Keith Archibald, telling us he left his job following the incident after an unforgettable moment when he entered that unit.
I was raised to be a man and raised to do the right thing.
And we can now report the children involved are all being cared for. Last year, Doss's then wife was sentenced to 7 to 18 years in prison for failing to intervene to protect those children.
There's an actual lock on that gate. They had to break the lock on the gate, on the cage.
But then prosecutors did identify her as a victim in a separate sex trafficking case. An image.
That's sad. Those kids, I pray for them. We got to put a prayer in the air for them, for those kids, because they did not have to be with that family. I mean, well, they didn't ask to be here. Let me correct that. And of course, they should have never had parents that ever treat them and put them through situations like that. How dare them have to live like that? And I pray that they can get over this and have great, fruitful lives where they can get over this and forget about this tragic time in their lives. Let us pray today. Amen. Keep on moving forward, you guys. That's right. Hit that like button, double tap that screen. Want to get these stories out to more people. Guess who's leaving London? That's right, you guys. Highway to the danger zone. Highway to the danger zone. That was one of my favorite movies. You guys know what I'm talking about, right? Top Gun. Our buddy, somebody that you guys might not like, but I kind of love him. I like his movies ever since Risky Business. I'm talking about Tom Cruise. He's leaving London after a frightening robbery that happened around the block in the area. So I guess he's like, you know what? I'm not hanging around to find out what's going on. Tom Cruise is leaving London.
Okay, well, Esther, I want to ask you how safe London is at the moment, because according to some media outlets, We're being told, don't believe the violent videos that we're seeing all the time online, don't believe the high crime rates, and don't believe the huge number of people who are packing up their bags and fleeing London. According to The Economist, London is far safer than violent viral videos will have you believe.
No, I think London Bridge is falling down. They're doing the same thing that's going over here, especially with that stuff that's happening with the Crown.
It's interesting being here in Sydney, Australia, reading that, and then at the same time also seeing news articles that people like Tom Cruise, they're packing up, they're fleeing London. Tom Cruise is leaving his London apartment reportedly just after a shop near him was robbed, Esther.
Yes, I mean, what they're basically saying is close one eye and squint the other, and then put on sunglasses, and then you can pretend that London is what it is. I mean, other than from personal experience, having my friend's phone stolen on Oxford Street only a few months ago, you know, seeing people literally being questioned by the police randomly as I was taking a walk with my friend in Knightsbridge because some armed robbers decided to smash up, I think it was a Chanel shop, and steal whatever they could get their hands on, and the police decided to question me because
So it ain't too much different than the Bronx in London, huh? They smashing the jewelry stores and doing the same stuff, huh? And watch even more worse stuff. Check this out.
I look like an armed robber, apparently. Look, the reality is the kinds of people that come up with these
He's ripping the whole window out.
sorts of statements do not live in London or live in such a leafy part of London that actually when they call the police, they turn up.
Thank you so much, Spencer.
If you go outside of, even outside of sort of the central areas, the data is very clear and it's very hard to mask it in any other way. The fact is, knife crime is up. It's been up by over 50% since Keir Starmer, since Sadiq Khan became London mayor. Phone thefts are through the roof, to the point where the police are not even doing anything about it. They take a crime reference number for insurance purposes and then get you on your merry way. Sexual assault, I mean, there's, I believe, a rape every few hours in London. And that's something that the Metropolitan Police, again, can't talk away or try to say, oh, but it's not that bad, because, rape is never that bad, or some sort of ridiculous excuse that they could come up with. The reality is London is deteriorating fast. The number of non-doms that you see leaving London isn't just because of the Chancellor's poor tax plans. It's because why would you, a wealthy person, live in a major city where you're not safe? You can't wear any of your luxury jewelry. A man was stabbed to death last year for his Rolex watch. A man and a father of two who just visited London with his children. I mean, where is the room to hide and to paint the picture as something that it's not? So this is the kind of things that infuriates people, because they just think that the electorate is so adrift from the people that are actually running the country, and these are the kinds of things that radicalize them.
London started drill music. Don't think that, even though drill music, you know what I'm saying, the drill music rap, what do you think drilling is about? Only thing is out there, they don't have pals. They like to poke you. Yeah, let's keep on moving forward, you guys, because it's not just happening here, happening over there too. Let's get on over to Florida. And I hope you guys already took care of your licenses if you don't speak English, because as of Thursday, Spanish speakers were rushing to take the Florida driver's license test before the mandatory new stipulation. And that is all licenses and applications and tests are now going to be in English in Florida. What do you guys think about that? I mean, if you're living in the United States, number one. Number two, you got to read English signs. Doesn't that kind of make sense? Let's keep on moving forward. Double tap that screen to get those likes up.
A really huge change for future drivers here in Florida.
Today, the last day you can take the driver's license exam in a language other than English. Local 10's Isabella Martin live in Pembroke Pines with details on this statewide change.
So you can see that the line has definitely died down this morning, but earlier today, just before 6 o'clock, people were here lined up telling me they were hoping to take their driver's test before the change takes effect. Thursday is the final day Florida driver's license applicants can take the knowledge exam in a language other than English.
Well, I guess it's good and it's bad in many ways.
Good morning, everybody.
Depend on their driver's license.
Starting Friday, all driver's license tests will be administered in English only and without translation or interpreter services.
Just so you guys know, I think I know my history correct. If I'm correct, it started in London and Chicago knocked it off, and then Brooklyn knocked it off of them. Just gotta, that's what I think. I'm not sure.
I think it's good because it's gonna help our drivers and riders to be a little more safe on the road, because a lot of people, they can drive, but they don't know how to drive.
A lot of people can drive, but they don't know how to drive. And how are you gonna be able to read a sign if you don't know English?
Change has made some applicants schedule last-minute appointments before the policy takes effect. Especially
Exactly.
Linda Amarillo, who says she heard about the change.
Jacob, you make a lot of sense. Are we going to have Chinese and Arabic and Russian road signs? No, we might as well have it all English, and we must be able to at least understand the signs if you're going to be on the road.
Change on social media and immediately scheduled an appointment for today in Spanish. It would have been more difficult understanding and reading the questions, and it was by coincidence that I saw this on social media. She says this new change is concerning. It would be more difficult on the people because not all of us drive in English as good.
Yeah, but that's not right. That means you're looking at road signs for the actual sign, for the, all right, let's say a stop sign is red. That's how you know it's a stop sign. Let's see it's a triangle. Nah, boo. Because if I had to go through all of that with astigmatism to be able to get my license, the least you need to do is have English understanding. Somebody screaming at you in English, somebody trying to tell you something, no. And not only that, it limits you to what you're able to do. Certain neighborhoods, let's say if you live in a Spanish neighborhood, you live in a Russian neighborhood, you may be the man in that neighborhood to those people that can understand your language, but outside of there, you're kind of messed up. So think about it in that aspect, in that regard. I always tell people who are not fluent in English to try to get to be bilingual, because the more you know, the better for you, especially when you're living in a place and people want to be able to communicate with you. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. We got action news, big story, scams, and how to outsmart them. You know what's time to do. We got to get into some information. We got to put some fat on our brains. I want to make sure you guys understand there's a lot of scams out there, but we got to be able to know how to look out for them. I'm going to give you guys this information right here because this is a 13-minute clip. The name of this clip is 13 Action News, big story, scams and how to outsmart them. This is coming out of Toledo, Ohio. Yes, this is 13 Action News. We're not going to play the whole thing, but I want to give you guys an idea what it's about.
Now, a new twist on a familiar scam that a local woman almost fell victim to.
AI is dangerous. I'm going to show you how dangerous AI is.
Across our area, police and cybersecurity experts are trying to stay one step ahead of the scammers. One of the growing problems is AI and how easy and believable it can be to scam someone in seconds. Scams and how to outsmart them is the big story today.
It's a call from your loved one. They sound distressed. It turns out the person on the other end of the line is not your family member. It's a scammer trying to get your money. Yesterday, we aired a Watching Your Wallet segment all about the latest AI voice cloning scams. One Toledo woman reached out to us saying the same thing happened to her. And 13 Action News anchor Alexandria Manthe has that story all new at 4. Alexandria.
Yeah, Tony, the 82-year-old woman that I spoke to said she got a call from her grandson, or so she thought. The person on the other end of the phone was asking for help. And get this, the voice sounded identical to her 18-year-old grandson. She said that he was in trouble and he didn't want her to tell his parents, but he needed help. He said that he was riding in a car with his friend, and his friend got busted by police for having drugs in the car. He told his grandma that he needed $8,000 to get out of jail. The woman I spoke to, who wanted to remain anonymous, said she was panicking at first, but became skeptical.
Because, you know, if your grandkids are calling, you think, oh my gosh, what's happened, you know, what can I... But then they went on and on with this story, and it just didn't seem like something that they you know, I mean, they wouldn't be doing that kind of stuff. I know they're raised better than that.
Now, luckily, she said that she didn't give the scammer any money. And coming up on Action News at 6, I'll break down the red flags that she was able to see to determine this was a scam and how you can ensure you aren't the next victim. Tina. All right, thanks, Alexandria. Scamming, nothing new, but the way scammers are targeting people is evolving every single day.
Cybersecurity experts are warning throwing AI into the mix is making it even harder to figure out what's real. Our cybersecurity expert, Dave Hatter, says there's so much data about us online that scammers can use to their advantage. That includes our voicemail messages, which scammers use to train AI voice models. They can then spoof a phone number so When it shows up on your phone, the scammers can make it look like it's from any number they want.
If you're an older person and you aren't familiar with this technology, you aren't familiar that this is a thing, and suddenly you get a call from your grandson who's in jail and needs money to bail him out or whatever, it's 3 o'clock in the morning, it sounds like them, they're distraught, are you really going to stop and go, huh?
He also says stopping and taking a moment to think is one of your greatest tools to fight scammers. So if you get a call like that, experts say hang up, then call someone on a number that you can verify, whether it's a loved one or even the jail.
There's a bunch more right there. I've already given you guys the information. 13, Action News, big stories, scams, and how to outsmart. There's about 8 more different ways that they got going on over there, but you know how we do it. We only take about 2 or 3 because we got to keep it going. Let me tell you what I do when I get a call from a scammer and I know that it's a scammer. I know you guys are going to probably think I'm crazy, but here we go. This is the first one. Yeah, we got da-da-da-da. And here I go. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, yeah. That's one way to get them the hell off the phone. The other way is this. Excuse me, sir. Motherfucker, if you don't stop calling my goddamn phone, I'm gonna fucking come through this goddamn phone and whip the I'm talking about the illest curses that you can come up with. Just go, 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 go. Now, they're either gonna hang up the phone, take you right off that list, or they're gonna break their code right there, because the Indian guys might curse back. Oh, son of a bitch, walk your mother, da, 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 da. But you already know who that is right there, so go ahead and block their ass. Yeah, there go a couple of things that I do. But the first one works like a charm, I swear to you. Go ahead and use it. Feel free. Thank you. Double tap that screen if you appreciate the content that you're getting here. Oh, yeah, baby, right there. They hanging up, because you know they be on that Muslim stuff. They don't want to deal with none of that. Let's keep on moving forward. We got to get on over to Pittsburgh. We got a judge that hears arguments after a TSA confirmed woman stole, I gotta say about this, I think they stole about $85,000 from this lady. And that's how when you go through TSA, they say, hey, wait a minute, you got too much money on you. Let me get you, or they say they're gonna arrest you and they'll let you stay with the money, or you could let us keep the money and keep on going on about your business. Well, this lady had $85,000 on her and they did that to her. She wasn't going for it. They tried to say, oh, this money was ill-gotten gains. She wasn't having it, went and got a lawyer, and to this day, she's still fighting to try to get her father's $85,000 back. Let's go.
That made national headlines 6 years ago. The TSA seized thousands of dollars in cash from a woman at Pittsburgh International Airport. She said it was an inheritance. The feds said they thought it was tied to a crime. That woman is now part of a class action lawsuit, and today a judge heard arguments. Ross Gadati was there.
Attorneys for 3 individuals suing the federal government after making arguments in federal court walked out of the court confident that they made their point in front of a federal judge.
We think there's no dispute of material facts that the TSA unlawfully and unconstitutionally stops and seizes travelers with cash at the airport, even though it admits that cash poses no threat to transportation security.
And how do they do it? I'm telling right now. I'm telling. How? You know the metal strip that's in the money? After there's a certain amount of money being in the strip, it basically makes enough metal in it to give off a signal for the metal detector. Once they detect that money because of all of those metal strips and those $100 bills or whatever, they get it, they pull you over, oh yeah, come on. Then they find you, and they do slick stuff like this and keep your money. Good morning, Hart Thomas, and thank you for the $2 super chat. We appreciate it. The metal strip that's in the money, it's not there for no reason. Trust me, it's not there for no reason. It's for metal detectors. Once stacked, it makes a bigger piece of metal that goes off, right? Let's keep on moving forward. It's common sense.
The Institute for Justice is representing the 3 individuals in a class action lawsuit claiming the TSA confiscated cash from the travelers because they suspected it may have been gained by potentially illegal means.
I do think that, this was unconstitutional, what the TSA did for me.
Rebecca Brown is party to the suit. She claims the TSA stopped her at the Pittsburgh International Airport, and the Drug Enforcement Agency confiscated $82,000 from her as she was heading from Pittsburgh to Boston in the summer of 2019. The money was Brown's father's life savings. Now, he had asked Miss Brown to take it and open up an account in Boston for him. It would take more than a half a year to get the money back after the federal government determined it was, for lack of a better word, clean. Attorneys for the government say the agents were working within their guidelines and asked the suit to be dismissed. Albin says the problem is that while there may be suggestions, there are no guidelines when it comes to just how much money is considered suspicious.
And in some of the TSA depositions, they said as little as $100 in $101 bills would still count as a large amount of currency.
Attorneys for the government declined any comment on today's proceedings. The next step, Federal Magistrate Judge Kezia O.L. Taylor told the parties, although she will not give a timeline, she will take the testimony under advisement, submit a report and recommendation to U.S. District Judge Marilyn Horan, who will then issue a final order and opinion if either party's summary judgment will be granted.
You got to go through all that just to get your damn money back, and she's been trying to get her money back for that long. Highway robbery. The reason I wanted to bring it out there, just so you guys can see what they're trying to do when it comes down to certain stuff. That was terrible right there. Let's get on over to some new technology. I don't know why it's new, because we've been talking about flip phones for days. Yes, foldable phones reportedly going to be launching in 2026. I think Apple, you're running out of ideas, and I think it's time to come up with something else.
The tech world is buzzing with new headlines today, from Apple's first foldable phone to the retirement of the older ChatGPT models and the merger of Elon Musk's SpaceX with its AI startup. Tim Worth is a tech editor at Mashable. He joins us now live. All right, Tim, great to be with you. Let's start with Apple reportedly getting ready to launch its first foldable phone. We were talking about this at the last launch. What do we know so far about this?
So Apple is keeping a pretty tight lid on this. So details are scarce, but at this point, it's the biggest open secret that the phone is coming. So everyone's expecting an iPhone Fold to be released sometime this fall. But the latest rumor I'm excited about is that they're also working on a smaller flip phone style. That's something more like this. It's much more smaller. It fits right in your pocket.
Dude, could y'all come up with something else? We've known about foldable phones for a long time. You feel me? For a very long time. Phones have been folding. You know what I mean? Anybody remember the Cellular One StarTAC? So you mean to tell me we going back to this shit? You guys are acting like y'all doing something new? I just had to. We going back to this? I can't believe it, y'all. Yeah, I know y'all want to see it. I got the throwback right here. It's official. That's it. That's right. Y'all remember this? We going back. Y'all niggas need to come up with some new motherfucking ideas, man. What the hell? We going back to this. Damn shame. Let's go. Remember you thought you was the man? Yeah, how you doing? Know what I'm saying? Yeah, no doubt. You know what I'm saying? I'm holler at you later. And put this big ass thing in my pocket. Look how big this damn thing is. Whole pocket be on fire because the big ass battery that's on the back of this damn thing. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I had enough. I just wanted to show you guys that right there. Y'all need to come up with some new ideas. Get out of here with this damn foldable phone crap. Now guess what? Cash for coins coming up. Cash for coins. That 1 penny or that old money that you might have in your stash that you save in that jar, it could be worth thousands of dollars. Why? They stopped making pennies, y'all. So them pennies that you got are important. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Cash in coins. Your loose change could be worth a lot more than you think.
For a little personal treasure hunt, your loose change might be worth more than you think. The coin collecting market is hot right now, with coins showing a steady growth in value and the number of collectors increasing as well. Dealers say millennials are actually sparking the surge. There's a lot of renewed interest thanks to a coin that literally has gone out of style. They stopped minting pennies,
This is about a $7,000 coin.
and now they're worth a mint.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially that one that just sold it for millions or whatever.
So you guys, just between me and you, if you got some pennies or some coins that you don't want, I'll take them. Don't look at them, just leave them in their constant place. Just count them as they are. Just count them. You know, you got 1,000 pennies, I'll buy them. No problem. Don't worry about the weight and shipping them. I got you. Y'all better look at your penny jar and see what y'all got.
Crazy.
The death of the penny led to a mock funeral, but it gave birth to a new interest in coin collecting.
Well, Mint State, 2006 Silver Eagles. Can't go wrong.
Tim Hero is a numismatist, a fancy word for a collector with expert knowledge in the field. He's a boutique dealer who operates the Boston Coin in Quincy.
What the hell is this, pennies?
It makes sense for the penny to open the door to a new generation of coin collectors like Robert, who lives in a Boston suburb where protecting and hiding his full identity due to the value of his collection. He invested in 2025 pennies and is in on other coins like silver dollars and antique coins worth thousands. Give me some money. It's part hobby for him and part investment.
They got me.
Just like Courtney Kinneberg, who started dabbling with coins as a kid and is now hoping her coin compilation will pay off for her daughter.
Like investing in some generational wealth right now is like something I passed down to her, like bullion and things like that, things that like won't lose its value.
And it can be fun to find out if there's any big money in your loose change. Now, if you want to find out the value of the coins you have, there's a really cool app called CoinSnap. It's about $40 a year for a subscription, and it tells you everything you want to know about your coin. You take a picture of the coin, it tells you the value of the coin, how many are in circulation, and the whole history of that particular coin. So I swiped some coins off the top of my bureau this morning. Let's use this app and find out how much these are worth. 1972 pennies. How much is this worth, people? Drum roll. Here we go. Give me some money. 2 cents? You want my 2 cents? The prices on apps offer a range. It is not definitive. Experts say the updated Red Book is the coin collector's Bible. Now, if you want to maybe magnify your wealth by getting into the coin collecting game, there are tips you should follow. First, start small.
If somebody was just starting off and they wanted to start a Lincoln album or a Lincoln Penny album.
Remember, the condition matters more than the age.
You could have a common day coin that might only be worth a few dollars, but if it's in the right condition, it could be a windfall of thousands.
Don't ever clean your coins, and be careful how you hold them.
You always hold up by the edge, always. Even if you like put your finger on it or your thumb on it, and you might leave a mark now, later on with the air and the carbon in the air, it will leave a mark.
There's a ton of buying and selling online, so beware of scammers.
There's money in the coins, you guys. If y'all want to look into that, why not? Could be a good hobby, and you never know what you got in your stash. Double tap that screen. Let's get those likes up, because now we got a situation where we're going to get over to PepsiCo. That's right, Pepsi. They've heard us. We've been talking loud. We've been talking about the damn air and the potato chips. That's right. It ain't over. Thought you ain't like the beat, especially when we got to get on to Groove Me. We got to get on over to this situation right here. I have been complaining about the size of the potato chip bags. The fact that a regular size 50 cents or $1 bag of potato chips is now $2.49. You go get a bag of potato chips right now, they're like the trial size of potato chips, and they're the 50 cents bag now. If you get, like, let's say some corn chips that are barbecued, the Ridgies, you might get 8 chips in that bag. It's highway robbery. All of a sudden now PepsiCo is saying, guess what? We understand the consumers' backlash, and they're starting to lower the prices on soda as well as potato chips. Still, to this day, to me, I still don't think it's enough, because they're only talking about giving back 15%. That's still not enough. I want the prices to go back to what they originally were. I don't care about no damn inflation. Shouldn't be inflation on no damn potato chips. A potato, stop playing with us. You cut a potato a couple of ways in a style, and you put some seasoning on it. How much does the bag cost? How much does the graphics cost? Get my bags with that bullshit. We're not stupid. I'm tired of the bull crap, and we need to keep on going forward to these people, to PepsiCo, pushing this agenda even harder now that they're listening. I'm not comfortable with 15% being a discount. I also want to know what you guys are cooking us and feeding us. I want to know what type of oils are inside of the potato chips. And I also want to know if there's any artificial preservatives or anything that can hurt us. I'm not playing around with these damn potato chip companies any damn more. And I'm serious about it. I don't think that any of us should. And if over 100 or 1,000 of us start writing letters to Ruffles and Wise, they're going to start listening to us. Thank you so much. Your bow tie is falling off, sweetie. Oh, thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me, because my Mars wasn't going to tell me. And that means, you know what that means, right? I'm going to leave it. I'm going to leave it like that. I'm going to leave it like that. That means I'm working. I'm going to leave it like that. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. I want you guys to see what's going on with these potato chips, because I'm serious about this situation right here. Let's go. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to do this one. I'll fix it.
More people are snacking, so some major manufacturers are cutting prices. Is it relief for shoppers or just sugarcoating on a bigger problem? Here's Eyewitness News reporter Kimberly Richardson.
Like the recent changing weather in our area, there's been a shift. Are you a snacker?
Yeah.
When it comes to snacking.
I love popcorn.
But fewer people are reaching for traditional snacks, something industry giant PepsiCo acknowledges. It's behind brands like Cheetos, Doritos, Lay's, and don't forget the drinks. To counter that, the company is now slashing prices up to 15% on some of its snacks, saying it's listening to customers who say economically they're feeling the strain, adding lowering the suggested retail price reflects our commitment to help reduce the pressure. But some say that's sugarcoating things.
The chicken's coming home to roost. So
Thank you.
Errol Schweitzer is publisher of the popular newsletter, The Checkout Grocery Update. He points out during the pandemic, millions stayed home and snacked, PepsiCo sales skyrocketed, but even as our cravings eased, prices continued going up.
Yep.
He says customers said enough is enough, and that this
stupid.
latest promotion, right before Sunday's big game, is a way to bring people back. Will it work?
as long as you have a company that monopolizes shelf space, monopolizes supply chains, they're more than 50% snack market share in many cities around the country. You know, they're gonna win.
Experts say there's another thing at play here. With a growing number of people turning to weight loss medications, their appetite for snacks, like the number on the scale, is going down.
So I work with a lot of patients who are telling me, you know, I don't really have like an interest in those foods anymore. I might have one or two and then I'm done with it.
But just like the weather, this too shall pass. Kimberly Richardson, Channel 7, Eyewitness News.
Thank you for the call out on the bow tie. We working hard over here. See, we getting it in, all right. Just found you on YouTube. I really enjoy your updates and commentary. Thanks for keeping it real. Appreciate that, you guys. And thank you for being the best co-host that I could possibly have, because I couldn't do this without you. Got the bow tie coming all off. Your boy putting in that work, but I ain't mad. It means that we working. That's like when you playing basketball and then all of a sudden something happen. You know, you got to be out in the field sometime. We working, banging at that nail, digging that dirt. I just take it as we working. Let's keep on moving forward, you guys. Let's keep on going. We got to get on over to 100,000 meant for sick pets in St. Louis, and they never got the money. Yeah, $100,000 supposed to go to pets with your donations, and guess where it went to? Netflix, spending money on stuff that she wasn't supposed to, whatever like that. Just crap. Again, with great power comes great responsibility, no matter what it is. We got a situation here I want you guys to see. It's not really cool. I want you guys to see it because it affects our pets. Let's go there.
Story you'll only see here on 4. The leader of a not-for-profit helping provide medical care to pets is now accused of allegedly using those donations for her own expenses. Only Jordan Burrell spoke to a man out thousands of dollars after trying to pay it forward. Jordan.
And I'd noticed a post that someone shared that basically said, hey, there's animals in need. They need medical care. They're dying. We need to raise $2,000 today.
Charles Hackman says he's always had a love for pets, especially dogs. So he sprang into action when he saw this post on Saving St. Louis Pets Facebook asking for donations to rescue and treat animals.
So I got on Twitter, I got on Facebook, I raised $2,000.
Hackman says this woman, Constance K. Cruz, told him he could send the money through a link, but days later, he saw the post again, asking for the same amount of money.
So I reached out and I was like, hey, I'd kind of like to know where my money went. I just sent $2,000. And she replied, I don't have to tell you where it went.
He tells me he believed the money was going toward vet bills and transporting pets from bad situations, but First Alert 4 obtained these invoices showing everything from a Ninja brew system to Gucci sunglasses placed on behalf of Saving St. Louis Pets by Constance Cruz. Now, Google says the nonprofit's office is located at this address, so we stopped by just to find that it's a jiu-jitsu gym.
Such a small community. It was actually a jiu-jitsu gym that I trained at.
2016, I started off as just a volunteer.
Melissa Roussan says she started volunteering with Saving St. Louis Pets 10 years ago. She later joined the board.
I'm not sure how Constance ended up with Saving St. Louis Pets, but somehow in 2021, she ended up as president.
That's when Roussan says the problems began. Cruz doing things Roussan says she'd never seen during her time with the organization.
And she was having to get hotel rooms for transports to Cape Girardeau, which was, only about 45 minutes away. There's no reason for a hotel room to go to Cape Girardeau.
Missouri Attorney General Catherine Hanaway says the not-for-profit collected more than $100,000 in donations, even after
they was closed, made another 100,000.
Organization dissolved in 2023. Cruz is now facing felony charges for deceptive business practice.
Finally got to the right hands, and the Attorney General stepped up and pressed charges is exactly what Missouri needs to start holding people like this accountable.
And it turns out the photos used in the post used to solicit donations were stock images of animals. The Attorney General says if you believe you've been scammed by a charity or a business, file a complaint with the AG's office. Find out how by clicking on this story in the First Alert 4 News app. More.
So you mean to tell me they was using stock images of animals and just conning people straight up and down? Oh boy. Let's get on over to the we're coming in the party with the spliffers and see. That's the place that we really want to be. Yes, yes, yes. We're talking about the spliffers and see, the blunt, the smoke, the I can feel it. Doom, doom, doom. That's right, you guys. We're talking about that green stuff. Right now, we got the AG who announces dozens of arrests in an illegal pot operation. Let's keep on going, you guys. They got a lot of it off the streets in Oklahoma and arrested a whole bunch of people.
They're calling the takedown of a multi-state drug trafficking organization.
20 people arrested, more than 1 million pounds of pot seized. The Attorney General is calling it Operation Blunt Force.
And News 4 Sydney Batzlav joins us with the details here. Sydney.
Kevin Alley, Attorney General Guthrie Drummond says this man is the ringleader of the H+OUR organization.
He look high right now in the pictures. He look lit right now.
Which is what Operation Blunt Force centers around. With the help of federal, state, and local authorities, H+OUR and those allegedly involved with his group are now locked up.
This was both interstate and international crime organization, and frankly, we crushed it.
Drummond says H+OUR's organization is responsible for more than $1.5 billion in black market marijuana, money laundering, and other racketeering activity.
$1.5 billion. Yo, we laid out here, y'all. They wasn't playing.
Chen is currently being held at Rikers Island in New York, and Operation Blunt Force didn't stop at his arrest.
We arrested 11 more syndication leaders across multiple states. And then on Friday, we arrested 8 Oklahomans.
Here's video of some of them being arrested in Midwest City.
Over the course of this investigation, more than 50 search warrants were executed, 20 individuals were arrested, 14 firearms recovered, and 4 criminals deported, as well as thousands of pounds of black market marijuana destroyed.
No, what do you mean destroyed? No.
The AG says H+OUR ran a fraudulent medical marijuana licensing scheme in Oklahoma from 2021 to 2025.
Straw owners were paid to lend their identities to fraudulent grow applications.
Then once established, Drummond says these illegal operations would manufacture marijuana at an industrial scale, diverting it into the black market.
Whoa.
And it went beyond marijuana.
Records show large cash deposits, regular wire transfers, funds moving from New York to Oklahoma, and payments made to straw owners and criminal associates. This was a national criminal operation exploiting Oklahoma.
The How-Chen organization involved individuals from 8 states. Money flowed to and from 12 states and China. And illegal marijuana was trafficked into 5 states.
Operation Blunt Force is exactly what criminal law enforcement looks like. And let me be clear, we are not done. Oklahoma is no longer a safe haven for foreign-backed criminal enterprises, cartels, or black market trafficking.
Yo, I'm talking, this is not a regular case right there. That was a lot of weed they took up off. And all of that money, woo! It deported 8 people, 6 people out of that. That was crazy, y'all. Do your boy a favor because you wasn't going to see that nowhere else. But right here, let's double tap that screen, get those likes up to get more people over here because guess what? Like I said, it ain't over. It's our anniversary. We've been here 15 years and we're celebrating. That's right, you guys. We're going to keep on moving. We got more to get into. We got dramatic video that shows the takedown of a baggage handler. He must have had something because they got him. He tried to run through the airport. Now imagine you doing an inside job. You got them things coming through and you got a connection, but you get caught. And then you try to run while you're in the airport with your vest on and everything. You guys, y'all want to talk about a crazy story right here? We got a Toronto Pearson Airport situation where dramatic video shows a takedown of a baggage handler. A baggage handler. Let me show you what type of baggage he was handling, y'all. Let's double tap that screen to get those likes up. Let's go.
To Pearson Airport next, and CTV News exclusive video of a takedown within the secure area of the airport.
The CTV's John Woodward reports a baggage handler caught in the act of moving a bag of cocaine decided to run.
A baggage handler discovered by officers hiding in a luggage cart at Pearson International Airport, and then a takedown on the tarmac.
It's somebody who's obviously in a state of panic. They want to hide. There's not a lot of places to hide on the apron of an airport.
Pearson's surveillance video obtained by CTV News shows the baggage handler, Nigel Welsh, starting his day like any other, passing into Pearson's secure area. According to evidence presented to Superior Court in Brampton, he unloaded luggage from this plane arriving from Jamaica in 2021, but stuck around. Security video shows him leaving the plane after everyone else is gone with a backpack. The court heard a mechanic saw him and called his manager, and soon a chase was on. Other security video shows Welsh and the mechanic running through the airport tunnels. Welsh drops the bag and disappears. Police and CBSA officers found cell phones, 9 bricks of cocaine, and 1 pouch of marijuana, worth about $1 million altogether.
Now he said it wasn't his. Watch this.
Together, officers started searching all of Terminal 3, and as they are going through luggage carts, that's where they spot him. He jumps out and runs again before being tackled by, well, everyone. In court, Welsh maintained he wasn't the man carrying the bag, and the only reason that he was hiding in the luggage carts was because he'd lost his airport ID. Prosecutors pointed out the phone they found with that bag had accounts with his email address. Welsh was sentenced to 9 years in prison in January. He's appealing it.
In that world of drug smuggling, if you're that person, that's what you've been paid for. You're going to take that fault.
Former Toronto detective Mark Mendelson says there are so many bags coming in and so much money to be made, this will happen occasionally.
Oh yeah, Mr. Welsh, you got 9 years for that, running through thinking you was gonna be okay. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Now, if you guys, that is the definition of a thunthadunt. 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 But hey, he went for it. Millions of dollars he could have made. Look, wasn't me. It wasn't me. That's right. Let's keep on moving forward. I told you it ain't over. We got a husky that was found all alone next to a destroyed tank in Ukraine. And guess what? Someone had a heart and brought him home. This is all I want to do. I would love to do exactly what this man is doing. The definition of what I was telling you guys earlier. You could have riches with money, or you could have riches with life. This is riches with life. Let's keep on moving forward. This is it's hard to go broke with this kind of riches. Let's keep on moving forward.
We saw this beautiful husky around these destroyed Russian tanks looking for food.
How you doing? So she was around the tanks looking for food, and they go around the areas of war, and they feed and they find animals in Ukraine. These are human angels right here.
We just make sure to give lots of love. When we first discovered Koda, he was so hungry. It's crazy here. I went with my friend Robin to Kiev region. The area was just first liberated. We just came here to see how can we help. We decided we can't leave him. The next 4 to 5 days, Koda was restless.
The next 4 to 5 days, Koda was restless. I want to be able to say this so that you guys can probably get an idea what they're saying. The dog was so nervous and like so on guard that she didn't even lay down and go to sleep. She was sitting up because she was that on guard because of where she come from.
It was cute and funny at the moment, but something must have happened to him because he was on guard all the time. He was following me all the time. He felt very comfortable with me, and because of the big connection that Koda and I had, I decided to help those animals who lost their homes in this war. I started Koda's mission.
So because of that one dog, he decided to help our other dogs, and now his rescue is called Koda's mission.
To provide safe place for the animals to decompress and to support other rescuers in the liberated areas. Koda always wants to come with me to cities affected by the war. Okay.
They drive hours together to help and find dogs left behind. Watch how many hours he drives to save these dogs, and watch what he's doing. Building small dog houses with food dispensers.
So I'm on the way through this beautiful country.
He is so
I have about 9.5 hours in front of me.
9.5
Koda is sleeping. When we go to these liberated areas, we provide street animals with the food and shelter. We plan some feeding stations. My team and I, we would set up our homes for the street animals. At the moment I have about 50 stations across Ukraine.
He's got 15 stations across Ukraine. Man, I'm telling you, this dude is rich. Hell with money. This is riches to me.
Part of delivering food is also taking animals back to the shelter. We rescue cats and dogs. At the moment I have about 30 dogs and 12 cats here at the shelter. Koda has been such a great help. I found out that he's a really, really good dad. When I'm playing around with Koda and all the other dogs see that, they start coming to us. The future of the animals is to get them adopted to their forever homes. The work that we do couldn't be possible without the donations that we got.
How cute are they? I mean, those are like some of the prettiest strays I ever saw. The work that he does could not be done without the donations.
The whole mission isn't just about me and Koda, it's about everyone. We're just very happy that we could make a meaning out of this work. Oh, cute boy.
That's right, you guys, and we always do this. Koda, Yannick, Eveline, Kinga and Koda's mission. At Koda's mission. That is @ KODAS mission. At Koda's mission. Koda Yannick, YANNICK. Eveline, EVELIEN. Kinga and Koda's mission. It's the Kinga and Koda's mission. The reason I'm saying this so many times is because if 4 or 5 people can donate to that mission, you already see what you're doing and who you're helping out. Kinga and Koda's mission. We take care of our animals over here because they're our family members. And if you're trying to make some money, hit that link in the description to make up to $800 in surveys. That's right, you guys. You'll make some money and I'll make some money too. That's right. Hit the link, see the survey. If you win, you're gonna make $650 off one and $200 off the other. I might make about $20, but why not? I try to get you guys some money as well. It's Saturday, you guys. Y'all know what we're about to say, right? Trying to promote your business, trying to get out there in front of more people. Guess what? We're gonna help you because after today, we're hoping that we have 65,000 subscribers. And going into next week, we're trying to get up to 70, 80, 90, 100. We get that plaque, let's get into the millions because more people, the better we can do and ultimately start our rescue to save our own dogs. My ultimate mission to do this, gain enough monetary to get a mission and do exactly what Coda and those guys are doing. That will be my riches right there. Hell with all of that other stuff because that's giving back right there. And you guys, that's how we do it over here. We share with each other and we make sure that we use our platform to share with each other. So if you're trying to promote your business, all you got to do is send over your promos to me. Send it to the email address, bridgethisllc@gmail.com. That's bridgethisllc@gmail.com. Has to be in the 1080 by 1080 size frame. That's what YouTube requires. If you put anything else in there, it's not gonna fit. You won't even see all the words. I wanna make sure that you get a full promo if you send your stuff over to us. That's why I always say 1080 by 1080 size frame. Believe me, it's happened to me before. I put a header up in there and you see part of it. And I'm like, oh, forgot to make it a certain size. And guess what else we got coming up? That's the Show Your Talent Search. Myself as the host and my DJ, that's right, DJ Don Dada, formerly of Black Ink Crew, also an executive producer right now. We're gonna be pulling up to various locations in Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. Also, going to be going online as well so that you guys can be part of the Show Your Talent Search. What's the Show Your Talent Search? That's the talent search for Manhattan, Bronx, Brooklyn, Queens, and Staten Island. But because we've learned technology, we learned that you can press that button right there and you guys can come on too and show your talent and see if you can make, boom, $250 in your state. After we get everybody together, 5 people plus 1, we're gonna do a grand finale, and whoever wins, they walk away with $1,000. That's right, you guys. It's sponsored by Big Drip Hard Punch. That's the 14% alcohol, much better than that Cutwater crap that you guys have been drinking. It's 14%, and plus, guess what? It's in a 12-ounce can, and it tastes like grape, raspberry, and lemon. But these are the sponsors of the talent show. If you guys want to go and be a part of the talent show, you can actually scan that can right there and be a part of it. Or you can just go right on over to the website, put your name in, your email address in the contact area to know where we're going to be the next day we're going to be doing a talent show, and so that you can pull up and be a part of it. Don't even have to be a part of it and showing your talent, but just pull up like Casey did, the way Mark Dorfman did, and the way the other guys come through, and just hang out with us, have a drink, chill and listen to music if it's somewhere that's local to you. But if not, come on local or come on here and we'll still give you a chance to win. That's right, the Show Your Talent Search. Want to be a part of it again? Go to the website, www.drinkbigdrip.com, www.drinkbigdrip.com. That's 2 G's and 2 P's. That's right, you guys. And guess what? You know what time it is. It's Saturday. It's a beautiful day outside, even if it's cold. Because why? God gave us another chance to get up, to breathe and experience life. Let's do it the right way. Let's make a good day out of it, and let's make sure that we're showing our love to who? Our Lord above, our family members, our animals, and ourselves for good health, good spirits, and good energy. I'd like to pray for that for you and myself right now. Praying for Rebecca Lanya and Bueno. Praying for Casey, Audrey, as well as Winter Rising. Who else we got up in here? Spencer. I see Heather Ramos. Want to pray for you, especially Terry. Hope you're doing fantastic and feeling great, Spencer. Also, Jeffrey Spilka. I see you in here, brother. Casey, Rebecca Lanya and Bueno. I got your report yesterday. Audrey, PMTV, Tanya, Audrey. I see MTHC. That's right. there is what? Yes, there is a God, and I'm praying for you too. Adam, Time Getter, Terry, Winter Rising, Rose, Optus, Karen, Spencer, everybody who's trying to get their name up, I got you, John. I got you, Malibu. And I see you guys, and I show love to you, and I pray that you have a fantastic and safe day. Amen. And with that being said, y'all could have went anywhere. The fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me, I appreciate it. And guess what tomorrow is? It's Purple Sunday, y'all, Purple Sunday. That's right, my favorite color, purple. So yes, if you guys want to be down with us and you want to just pull up, you don't got to wear purple, but you can get something in reminiscence in respect to the show. That's our keychain, and that's also our decal. You guys want to get one of these? All you got to do is go to the website. This one is only like $3.99 to get your representation and throw that on your key ring. Start taking pictures of these and sending them back to me. I would love to start posting them so you guys can I can show your key ring and that you guys are a part of the show. Or when you order a decal, or when you remember longer than 2 months and I send this to you, put it somewhere. Take a photo. I want to see where you put it so that we can show that we have family members out there all around the board that are showing support for the show. And it's not just about the monetary, because I try to keep it very low. It's about the mission, it's about the family, and it's about us. That's what it's about, you guys. And again, overall, our 15th year, myself as Boogotti on YouTube. Want to thank you guys for making this 15th and the last year with Our Bottom Line one of my best years, and getting me to the point where I'm really starting to get the hang of this thing, and I'm starting to love it. And it's all because you guys. Y'all the best chat, the best friends that I have, and I really appreciate you guys, and I want y'all to know it. I respect you. And guess what? Even the trolls, just want you to know something. Every time you troll something and you say something bad in there, we still get paid from it, and we get demographics from it. The only way for you to really show that you don't like a show is to not put something in there and to not post. Because when you show us attention, you're stacking the numbers. We love the trolls. Yeah. Talk bad about Jim Jones, all of a sudden his name is in the algorithms and it's worth money. So guess what? It's working against you. All my family members, I love you. Can't wait till tomorrow, because guess what? It's going to be Purple Sunday, and we're going to be right back here again. And guess what? Y'all could have went anywhere. But the fact of the matter that y'all came here to chill with me on Saturday, damn it, I appreciate you. Get 'em! Yeah. See you guys tomorrow.